Ladies with gentle hands, welcome to episode 19 of the Trophy Hoarders podcast. I'm Leon. I'm joined today, as always, by Chris. How are we doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing not too bad. What about you? How we doing?
I'm good, but I'm extremely tired. I've been putting in that work when it's been coming to content recently. I know you've been doing very similar things. I'm sure we'll touch on it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit tired, to be honest with you. But apart from that, not too shabby, mate. It's also really hot, so all of the viewers listening, watching, don't understand like the humid sauna room that I'm in right now. I don't know how it is for yourself.
Mate, it's not
Is it
bad up
alright?
here. It's meant to be terrible weather. That's why I kind of rushed some stuff, but mate, it's been pissing it down up here.
About the weather. We're not a weather podcast. Video game book club. What was it? The beer Desperado 3?
Desperados, number 3.
Should I just say my piece because it's probably going to last about 30 seconds and I'll
How long did you
hopefully
last? Because I never even actually checked how long I played it for.
maybe 30 minutes. I was
Is
like,
that
it
it?
wasn't what do you mean was that it,
Did you
mate?
get how many? What level did you get to?
I got out of the tutorial just. Made it into the first. Is it first or second mission?
The
Where like
first
you
one with the
like you
train.
yeah, with the train. I got like over the train, and I got access to like the second character. Like went up a ladder, and then there was like you had to go to the left, and there was like this massive open area, and I don't really have the patience for it, and I just kept dying, and I was like, this is gonna take A, some thinking, and B, patience, and I was like, at the best of times I don't have either of those, and I was like, I kept dying, and I was like, I'm just gonna put it down,
Mate,
like,
it literally,
just
because I even wrote it down, it says quick saves, like you should quick save all the time, which can be easy, just press touchpad. And it says,
yeah,
quote, failing and retrying is part of the game. And I was like, that's my jam. So you try to like, figure it out. What difficulty did you play on?
just I think the normal. I
Just
don't know what it
normal.
was. Just whatever it boots up on. I think either that or easy. One of the two. I'm not particularly
Because,
sure.
mate, I looked at the trophy guide and the guy was like, just play it on hard straight away because even normal is too easy. And I was like, alright, I'm going to take your word for it. Mate, hard is fucking solid. I think there's a difficulty level up for that as well. But I was like, mate, like my brain power's at max capacity when I'm playing this game.
This is a dumb question, but what does hard do? Like it's a real time strat. Like, does it just make them like
They're more
notice
like
you quicker or
observant and
harder?
stuff. They can see you for a little bit. You die faster. I think there's more enemies as well. It just makes everything more difficult. And
Yeah, I didn't. I knew it was saying like use the touchpad to like do the quick save feature, and like I was aware of it, but there was obviously like some instances where I didn't use it, and I'd have to like do a manual load or something. I think I failed the tutorial and didn't save, and then like the loading screen as well. Like, have you been hit with like the loading screen if you die like properly like black screen? I
yeah, I
don't know
think
if
I died a few times.
like the load time. I was like, oh my word, this is taking like at least a minute. So not it wasn't that bad, but it felt like I was there an absolute age for it to load in as well. But it it's one of those games where I knew that it was never going to be a game for me, but
Hmm.
I tried to appreciate it, if that makes sense. It I was expecting something a bit more like XCOM, and I don't know if I'm overly sold on the way that it's unique. I don't play real time strategy games, but it's kind of like you move and then wait, and this is
Turn
you're doing the
based.
moving yourself, and yeah, turn based. Like in this, you're moving yourself and changing the camera angles, which I think is a cool thing, and I think it's a nice touch, and I feel like maybe if you're into that, then it's like good. But for me, I was like, oh, like, I just didn't know how to take it. I was very on the fence. Like, do I like it? Do I not like it? It's giving you freedom,
Hmm.
sort of thing. Uh, I again, even with like the tutorial, I feel like maybe it could have been a bit better or a bit
I thought
like.
this
Did
tutorial
you go?
was good. I liked it.
I don't know. Like it was saying stuff, but it was like, oh, like you. I guess you kind of had to like use your critical thinking to work things out. But I was like, oh, like why can't I kill somebody, for instance, but your teammate can? And it's like you get into the next mission, then you start getting weapons and stuff.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. I feel like maybe they could have just integrated that at the start. But yeah, as I said, didn't get too far. About 30 minutes. Got to say it could have been longer. I don't know. I am bad. I did reset a lot of times,
Yeah, I was trying to figure
especially
out
in that train area.
how long I played for, but I can't find it. Usually Pocket PSN, when you update on that, it'll tell you, but it's not showing up my time. And then even on the PlayStation app, it's not saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't say with me. This is why I don't actually know. I'm like, I definitely played it for at least 30 minutes, but I don't know if it. Do you know what I mean? Because it like for a bizarre reason, it's not like I didn't track it my time in the little corner. So I mean, it could have been longer, but I think it's just fair to say that I only did 30. Could be more, but yeah, it's not for me. Didn't really vibe with it. I'm intrigued to know, well, A, where you got, and B, what the solution for where I stopped was when you're kind of at that sort of open land where there's just loads of enemies. Because I was like, I think where I saved as well, I really fucked myself up because do you know the guy can throw a bag with like gas in or something?
Yeah,
Or
he
whatever
throws
that
his wee
maneuver is.
medical bag, the trap bag.
Yeah, like I threw one of those and then saved, and I realized that that thing is like the biggest pile of shit. Like it doesn't actually, or I couldn't get it to do anything useful. I was like, what? Like it's not knocking them out or anything. It's just a distraction. So I was like, I saved at the wrong point as well, and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, because it's like, so he throws his wee bag, and then the guards will go investigate unless they're wearing a poncho. Because poncho guards are a lot smarter, so they'll see it and they'll go, I'm not falling for that. And then they'll just like
Right.
stick to their route, they won't move. So normal guards, they'll walk up, open the bag, and then and it like stuns them for a few seconds, so you need to run up and stab them. I think the section you're talking about, it's like, is there a guard floating at the bottom that keeps going left and right?
Um, you go up a ladder and you turn left, and then it opens up into like a circular place, and
Oh,
there's like
is it
there's like
two enemies
bushes. There's
talking?
like yeah, two enemies talking, then there's like a rock, and it's like as soon as you engage with the bottom two, you'll get like five or six of them start running down from the top of the circle.
So
I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I know exactly where you are. So the two of them talking, one will go away and talk to somebody else. When that happens, you throw the bag, and then as the other guy, you throw the coin. So the guard turns his attention to like where the noise came for the coin, sees the bag, walks over. You put it right beside the bush, so you just stab and then pull in straight away. And then you throw the bag again, so when the other guard comes back, they see it, walk up and get snatched.
yeah, I messed up with my quick save because I think they were both talking or something, and when I threw it, so it just wasn't wasn't working. But the other thing that I really struggled with the game is that it. I think it's. Do you know when I said like with XCOM, for instance, that's my only real, turn-based real-time strategy experience is you can do things and like plan it almost, and like with this, because you're in control, it's like shit, I'm shooting or I need to stab, but then I need to change really quickly. Like I just wasn't good
You can
at.
use the
But
showdown
then there's
mode.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
mate, you
but
really need
again,
that to play it
yeah, I was gonna say
proper.
I probably should have utilized that a little bit more, but I don't know, yeah, I was rubbish. Talk to me. You enjoy it?
Mate, I
Please say you
enjoyed
do.
it. I was quite slow with it because like games like this that I've played, it's always co-op. So it's like I'll be one guy
Oh,
and my pal will be the other one, and I'm like, right, okay, we can sync this up perfect. And he was always good at like switching between people. So when you get like
mm,
three characters, I'd always be like, right, you take they two, and I'll take the one guy because that's too much for me to be swapping between. So for
yeah,
me having to like jump between and try and get it, I was super slow with stuff. But mate, I really liked it. And then see at the very end, you get like a cool wee overview. So it like shows you the whole map of the level. And then it's like kind of like wee dots. Like, this is the wee route that you took. You killed somebody here. You died here again, died here again. Took a wee route up here, killed the guy. And it just shows you and it's pure cool. Shows you the wee route that you took, the kills, number of kills you got, saves, like how you killed them, like throwing knife, six people, melee, stab, seven, like all that kind of stuff, which I thought was cool. And it doesn't lock you into difficulty because when I finished the first level, I was like, that was mission one, and that was fucking difficult. So I was like, next level, I want to just play it on normal. And you're able to change it and downgrade it, which I liked. But I never got that far into the second mission. It was one of the ones I was just been busy the last
yeah.
2 weeks. So, mate, I really enjoyed the game, right? But I'm disappointed I never got to get more time. That's the only thing.
Do you think you will?
Probably there's a few games that I'm kind of playing right now, but I did like it. The only thing is, it's also really hard to get trophies for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't pop a trophy my entire time, I don't think. And I was like, I didn't look at the list, admittedly, because I had no interest in the platinum. Is it something you're interested in doing?
Yeah, I might do the platinum. I'll see. I think it's like a big time sink is the only thing. But
Yeah. You spoke about like multiplayer games. Is this one multiplayer or not? Because that sounded quite
I
fun. If you were able to
think it
like switch
might be.
characters with your friends, like, that
See the
sounds
way
like a
this game plays, it's the exact. Remember, I used to talk about War Mongrels
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
63 Days that plays the exact same as they do. But
Right.
this one, the
Oh
characters are
shit.
more interesting,
Yeah, I was gonna say like it
more a
was.
personality than the other
Yeah, like
games.
the characters were like there. They weren't just, standing there sort of doing nothing. Like they did have a bit about them, which I can appreciate. Still not going to give it a high score though.
Mate, I'm just trying to see if you can play it co-op. I'd imagine so.
Maybe it unlocks later or something. Do you know what I got as well in mission one? Let's call it. How much further until the end of the mission? Did I still have quite a way to
Oh,
go?
you had a long time left. Yeah.
Well, yeah, good thing I stopped then. I probably never would have finished it. Oh dear.
Desperate. Mate, it's annoying that it's not actually saying. I bet you the Steam version will tell me
Have
if
you
it's
played the
co-op.
first two? Has it got
Nah,
two?
they're not on PlayStation because it's one of the ones I searched like the name Desperados to see if there was anything else. So
I've
I'm
just got beer.
guessing, yeah, I'm guessing the other games are really old. Nah, single player only. It's saying on PC. So nah, not even co-op for it, which is a shame.
Interesting.
Mate, that'd have been cool playing co-op on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not cool enough for me to want to stick it out for any longer, but definitely cooler, should I say?
But I'm trying to quickly look at my notes. I like the way that the first mission ends because it's like him as the kid, and it's like try to throw the knife in. He's with his dad, throwing the knife at the tree, and he keeps fucking it up. And then it cuts to the next one, and it's the mission. It's just him with a throwing knife, killing the guy for the train. I was like, mate, that's cool. I like that.
Still, little transition.
Yeah. Actually, one thing that was really annoying is I don't know if you would have kept getting it, but it encourages you to quick save constantly to the point where it's like, see, look, it takes up this much of the screen, like right at the
Yeah, it's
center
quite.
towards top. It's like last save 1 minute, 3 seconds, 4 seconds,
Yes.
5 seconds, and I was like, I'm in the fucking middle of something. I'm getting my people into position, and then I'm gonna quick save. Like fucking let me do it at
Yeah.
my own pace. I've not forgot, trust me. So that
Never
was the
know
thing
what
that
could happen though.
was kind of annoying. But yeah, mate, let's say I'm into that kind of shit where it's like slamming your head off a wall for like 5 hours and eventually getting there, as approved with The Last of Us Part 2 by beating that game. But
Pure masochism.
but aye, mate, I forget what I was gonna say now. But it's good. I liked it. I thought it was a good game. I think I will play that again. See my thinking about it. Just play through and enjoy it.
Yeah. What are you giving it then? Out of out of the scores, or have you got more to say?
Oh,
You like the
sorry,
music
that's what it
on
was. I was gonna say. I like games like Desperados where it's like it's not a skill issue, it's a brain issue. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
can get stuck on a Call of Duty mission because they're shit at FPS games. I mean, we've never had that issue, but other people might.
Yeah.
But with Desperados, it's not like, oh shit, my reaction speed's really slow, or oh man, I'm just fucking bad. It's like I'm not smart enough to get past
You
this
are the
fucking
problem.
level. Aye, it's a me issue.
That is
So it's
raising
like
my hand.
So it's like,
It's
I can
me.
figure this out. I just need to think harder. I need to think smarter. Like, there is a way through this. I just need to
Yeah,
figure it
of
out.
course, there always is. Actually, one question which I thought about and then forgot because we were speaking, then like thought about it and forgot it, and it's now back in my head. You mentioned that like the at the end of the mission it gives you the summary of how many people you've killed and stuff.
Mhm.
Out of interest, is it possible to sneak through a mission without killing anybody? Like, I'm assuming it'd be extremely difficult to do that, would it not? But
Yeah,
I'm very
you could do
intrigued
it
in
with
that
killing people.
challenge.
Yeah, it'd
Like
be
that,
solid, but yeah, you could do it.
yeah.
Because at the end, it gives you. It doesn't show you on your first playthrough, because obviously it wants you to just play the game. But after you've beat a mission, it then shows you like, oh, these were all the challenges. So it's like complete the mission
Okay.
in under 5 minutes, complete it, whatever. But aye,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do it with killing people. Because you can change your guy's melee. So it's like he changes from using a knife to like a chloroform. He uses that
Okay.
instead to like defeat the
Non-lethal.
enemies. So you can do it with killing people.
Yeah, well, I would love to see somebody do a challenge of like not even like knocking them out, just like pure stealth, like just walking around them,
I don't think you could
sort of
do
thing.
pure
Could
stealth
you
with
not?
attacking people because there's certain points I don't think you could. Nah, I'd be
If there's a
impressed if you
crazy
could. There's
person out
probably
there,
some do it
yeah,
though.
yeah, let us know. Right, what are you scores on the doors then? What are we saying?
Right, I really, really liked it. And I'm like, it's a 4 or a 5, right?
Oh my words!
Mate, I
The
really enjoyed
first,
it. But the only thing was, I was like, I've not played enough of it to be able to say it's a 5. You know what I mean? So I'm
yeah.
gonna
I
get a 4.
mean, what? Are you sure about that? Because with that Neo game, you gave that a 4. Did
Did
you
I give
like this
Neo
game
a
more than
4?
Neo?
Oh, man, I enjoyed
You
this
did.
way more than Neo. Mate, way more. I gave Neo a 4?
You did.
Was that a drinking episode or what the fuck was going on
Yeah.
with that
I
one?
don't know. I gave it a 1. You gave it a 4. So I don't. Did you really enjoy it that much?
I've got my notepad thing. I've got like how I scored it.
I was gonna say unless I've made a typo, but
So
I've got
it's
4 for Neo.
1 is awful slash hated, 2 bad, didn't like, 3 is okay, 4 is
Yeah.
good, liked it,
Yeah.
5 is amazing, loved it. Did I give Neo a 4?
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, you gave Dead Cells a 5, so you've given out a 5 before.
I did give
That's
Neo a 4.
but that's just what you're dealing with, mate. That's kind of,
Ooh.
I'm like the Simon Cowell of this, of like you're only getting a really good game. You're only getting a 5 or 4 from me if it's a
Yeah, no,
serious piece
alright,
of
you've
business.
convinced me. You've convinced me, mate. I'll get a 5. I did. Mate, I
Give it
really
a
enjoyed
5.
it. Yeah, I
Really
liked it.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I was gonna say, mate, it's nice to see that a game is flourishing well. And for the first time on the series, that is a B rank because I'm giving it a 2.
Oh, you
A
gave it a
nice
2.
score of 2.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, I thought an awful was harsh. I take into consideration. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a well put together game. It wasn't bad, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I it's not for me. I've not got a brain. Firstly, it's a peanut in there. So, but yeah, that gives us a combined score of 7, and that is a B rank. So the first B of the series. And
Highest
you
rated.
know what? No. Dead Cells is the highest rated.
So they're both Bs.
No, Dead Cells is an A rank.
What did you give Dead Cells?
A 3.
Oh, did you get a 3? Mate, I thought you would have given it a 2.
Yeah,
I thought you didn't
nah.
like it.
I didn't, but I appreciated it.
Mm.
See, I'm nice like that sometimes. Yeah, like the overall system as well is S rank is 10 points, A rank 9 points, B rank 7 to 8 points, C rank 5 to 6, D rank 3 to 4, F rank 1 to 2. That's just how it works out with the numbers. But I think as well at the end of the year, which would be pretty fun to do, is like going back through and like I know we're going to review it at the end of the year, but like either like re-rating them or trying to guess what each other put off memory.
Yeah, because mate, I
Like
don't
what
think
we would
no,
give
I
it.
would give Neo a 4. I think I'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
It was too generous.
Shots. I didn't even realize until I looked at it. I was like, "Why isn't that high?"
Yeah.
But anyway, we've been playing Desperados 3. What else have you been up to, mate, in terms of gameplay?
Hold on. Pump
Hold
the
on.
brakes.
Oh!
You've forgotten something.
Yeah, mate.
What we playing for next
I got one
episode?
out the door here. For next episode, seeming as you gave me an absolute stinker this week,
Uh-oh.
I've decided to choose peace and give you a
Oh.
good game. It doesn't actually come out until the 17th of June, so it's
Oh, is
the
it
day after the pod
FBC
drop.
Firebreak?
No, even better, mate. Des Ex, The Conspiracy.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
PS2 Classic coming to PlayStation Premium.
I said to my
I
brother
don't.
about that. I was like, because he's like super into it. Like he enjoys the old games. I can't. I tried playing like OG Deus Ex on the PC, and I was like, this is fucking rough. I'll stick to my Mankind Divided and Human Revolution. And I said to him, I was like, oh mate, Deus Ex The Conspiracy, like fucking coming to PS5. I was like, that's class. And he's like, it's a PS2 port. It's bad. And I was like, oh man. So
Do you see when I try and pick games that you might like, and I just get an RPG to the foot? I can't. But let's hope it's good. But I was like, oh, I remember him speaking about the mankind divided and all of this stuff, like knowing he likes it, and I was like, maybe he'll like that one. Maybe he played it when he was younger or something like that. I was like, I'll go with that one. I'll but
Mm.
well, let's see in
That's
the next episode.
backfired.
Yeah,
Mate,
it's
it
backfired.
might be alright. Maybe he was wrong. Hopefully.
Maybe we've got to make our own judgments and opinions, don't we? But it's not looking good if he's a bit of an expert in that area. Maybe we need to get him on
Yeah.
this segment as well. But yeah,
Speaking of other things that are meant to be bad,
yes.
do you want to just jump straight into Last of Us then? Because
Yeah, we
everybody
can do.
else
I thought he was going to
says
say something. I thought he was going to say something else, but yeah, we can talk about Last of Us.
everybody always all I've seen is people shitting on it, right? So in anticipation
Yep.
for this episode, I binge watched season 1 and I just finished season 2 today. Season 1, I've got all my notes. If we want to talk about it, it's not even showing up on the screen. But mate,
Yeah.
I thought it was alright. I wrote at the very end, overall solid adaptation. There was stuff in it I liked, stuff in it I didn't like. But mate, I was like, you know what? I feel like I'd done the job. And also I feel like
Yeah.
all the acting was good. Like Bella
Yeah,
Ramsey done a good job. Pedro
I'm in
was
agreement.
amazing.
We love Daddy Pedro, don't we?
Yeah, we love him.
I mean,
Pascal. I forgot his last name. Pedro Pascal. Mate, he should be like a Mexican gunslinger with a name like that. The name is Pedro Pascal. You know, I think.
Gunslinger.
Aye. Maybe I'm playing. Maybe I've still got Desperados on a brain. Maybe that's my
Yeah, I
issue.
was going to say, is that a thing? Maybe like what? Maybe 100 or 200 years ago. I'm not really too familiar with that part of history.
But
But mate, season one, obviously, I watched when it came out, so I'm a bit rusty. But going off of my memory of season one, I liked it. I thought it was good. What like obviously playing a video game, it's very difficult to that they need to get it right, and I feel like with season one at least, it was good and more or less stayed true to itself. I want to say, uh, yeah. And then I put on my sort of like TV hat of like the mums and dads that are watching it on the Skybox and thinking they would absolutely love this, like because they have no idea what the game is. So I was like, it must be hard making a TV show where you've got like pure fans and then also wanting to capture new people. First season, I think they've done it brilliantly. Second season, oof.
yeah, it's like striking that balance between obviously what we would enjoy and also like what our mum and dads would like. But mate, I feel like they've done all right, especially that first
Yeah.
season. Like I'm kind of looking through my notes. Very strong first episode. She's a good Ellie. I don't really know if I like that they changed the whole cordyceps thing, like the way it works.
Yeah,
So it's like not airborne. It's like you stand on this one wee blade of grass and then everybody in like the local vicinity's been alerted.
yeah. I feel like a TV show has to be different. Like it has to be a bit edgy, doesn't it? Like it has to do something unique. While I appreciate it, I don't appreciate it in the show. I think if it was a different zombie show, that would be a cool concept. But it kind of, I don't know, it strays from the source material and more into season two as well. That becomes more of a plot device, and it's like, oh well, that kind of. Like, I see why you've done it, but it's like you've only done it for TV.
Yeah, because I've got here hive mind. It's like a hive mind, and
Yeah,
it's like the lines
yeah.
run underground miles long or something like that. They say. Mate, Tess was a good actress. I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's little vines. Yeah, that was
And
another thing.
as well,
Ellie,
they can't.
surprisingly mature. When she's like confronting Joel on like Tess's death, and she's like, "Don't fucking blame me. That's your fault. Like you've accepted the job. Don't fucking blame me." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Damn, nobody forced you. You needed the car battery." That's the quote I've got written down.
yeah.
Um,
Just on the zombies, like I feel like they kind of move like World War Z. And I know they're infected and they're fast, but I feel like they're a bit over the like just with that hive mind thing. So they just band together in groups. So like, I
nice.
know it's kind of similar in the game, but I feel like this is just like, I don't know, Hollywood. Do you know what I mean? Just like way more for the sake
A
of
lot
it.
of
But yeah,
CGI as well, which gets worse in the next season.
yeah. We'll move on to see like we'll get onto that in a second, I guess. I was just gonna say on Ellie or was it Bella Ramsey? Ellie.
Yeah,
Like
Bella
I
Ramsey.
agree with you. I feel like she is a good Ellie for season one. and I feel like you're like mature. Yes, like she strikes that kind of funny young Ellie, but in season two, I just find it difficult to. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say on season one before
I
I
was going to
go on a
say, I
tangent?
preferred Henry and Sam, the video game version, their story.
Mm,
But right until the very end, see when it was like the graves have been dug and they're buried, and it's
yeah,
just because, for people that don't know, in the TV show, he's deaf. Is he deaf or mute? No, he's deaf because they throw up gang signs at each other to talk to him. Aye, so he's deaf, so he doesn't know how to talk. So he's got like a wee board that he like writes on and stuff like that. And he gets bit and turns, but it's like see at his grave before he like turned, he wrote like "I'm sorry." So it's just the wee "I'm sorry" sign on his grave, and I was like, oh man, ah, I
a
did kind
little
of like
cutie
that.
patootie.
But yeah, mate, that bit in the game as well, pure fucking hit me. Like I remember playing it. Let's see.
It was quite like it was quite shocking. I was like, whoa,
Yeah, because I'd
it just
forgot it.
comes left field.
See on the replay, I was like, oh fuck, and then obviously he kills his brother, then kills himself, and I was like, mate,
Yeah.
that's some heavy shit. But yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, overall solid adaptation. I enjoyed it.
Quite high for a TV scoring.
Yeah, I was feeling
Peak TV, you would
generous.
say. Being generous. What about season two then? Talk to me about
I thought it was all right. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, but I also don't think it's great either. I think there's a lot of stuff they've fucked up on.
that. Yeah, and I feel like as well, it's when people are complaining about the show, they're complaining and like using their own beliefs and agendas to shit on the show. It's like they're not actually giving reasons to why it's a like what they don't like. They're just like
I
saying, "Oh,
think
like woke thing." Like, do you know what I mean? Like all of
mhm.
that stuff. I'm like, it's not really an argument to call something bad.
It's like you
I
can't just
don't
call
think.
it woke and end it there. It's like, mate, fucking explain your point. And the thing
Yeah,
I didn't like was people, because I hadn't seen like any like people review it or like watched YouTube videos on people talking about it, but I'd seen like all the memes, and it's like her with a gun shooting, and she's like, it's like a
yeah,
freeze frame, and I was like, mate, she must
yeah,
pull some stupid fucking faces. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, it's just people that have like freeze framed at like the worst time for her. Like, mate, you could do that with fucking Arnie in any of his films, and
yeah.
being like, mate, look how stupid he looks. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't like the way they done her dirty like that on the internet, but
No, I don't think so.
there was a
It,
bunch of stuff.
yeah, I feel like that with season two, I feel like they shouldn't have done a time skip personally
What
because
what time skip we're talking about?
like did they not do it in the show? I just assumed they did a time skip,
What one
sort of
though?
like as in like from one to two, like is it 5 years or
Oh yeah,
whatever?
it's 5 years because Ellie's
So
19.
19, yeah. So yeah, so they did, yeah. I feel like the show probably would have been a lot better if they didn't do that 5 year time skip. Because I think with an actor, I don't know what Bella Ramsey's age is, whether she's either going to grow.
24 maybe.
Okay, so she's fully grown, right? I didn't know if she was still like a teenage actor or not. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like maybe like you look at Stranger Things and those kids started as
Oh
kids
yeah,
and like
21.
they've been
She
she's
is.
21, right? Okay, so she's a grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I didn't know if she was you know as kids do. I know she's not a kid, but like they change in appearance, don't they, as they get older? So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, it's difficult with an actor when you're trying to move 5 years on and they don't look 5 years different because it's obviously quite noticeable from the game, like Last of Us One to Last
Mm-hmm.
of Us Two, that she was a little twerp and now she's like up here, like and it just doesn't change in the show. Um, I I think in the first episode, she's still very much like herself from like the first game and season, you could say, in the terms of like laughing, joking, unserious. But then a lot of the critiques I was reading online were saying that, oh, she's still not mature. But I was like, I feel like she's actually done an all right job at being somewhat mature, especially after Joel's death. Like, I don't know, like I feel like it
I
was. I don't think it was perfect, but I think that's more so just like it just visually she doesn't look like she's grown up. I think that's the thing that's holding it
yeah,
back.
I wrote that for the first episode she was super immature. See when it's like they're on recon
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
out riding, and her and Dina like just fuck off. Um,
yeah,
I didn't like how they revealed Abby and her group right at the very start. and they're
Yeah,
like, "We're coming here for Joel. We need to find Joel. We need to kill him." I'm like, see
shouldn't have
if
done that.
nah.
Shouldn't.
What it should have been is you don't really see Abby till episode 2 when she gets saved by Joel.
Yeah, I feel that they should have like it should have been the shock factor, and I feel like that would have worked really well on TV as well. Like you think of like a lot of shocking things that you see, like The Walking Dead with Negan and sort of that kind of like, oh my god, like what just happened? Like especially not knowing who that person is, like it almost, and I feel like that's one of the great things about the Last of Us game is you don't know who Abby is.
Mm-hmm.
She comes in, she kills Joel, and then you're on this revenge mission sort of thing. And it's kind of like when you see that at the start, it kind of goes, oh, fair enough. Like it's that world, isn't it? It's a dog eat dog world. Like I can't really actually like Joel is a shit person. Like he's killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like he is a bad guy. We've just seen him from the start. Like if we watched Abby from the start, we'd agree with her more, sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And it's like I definitely feel like they fumbled the bag showing Abby and her group at the beginning, and on her group as well. I don't really like the group.
Well, you don't
I was
really
looking
know
at
them. You don't really get
no,
to see
sorry,
much of them.
not that. I mean like the casting choices and like the actors. I was like looking for Owen, and I was like, where, where's Owen? Sort of thing. I was just like, I feel like it was very like the casting of her group was
Just looked
pretty weak. I
off.
think.
You thought?
Yeah, it just looked off. I feel like Abby was. I'm still on the fence of it. I was like, I don't know. And then like she did a whole scene with Joel, and I was like, it's yeah, like there's something here. Like I feel like if she gets more limelight, I feel like yes, like it's a good choice, but still kind of on the fence. I do feel like they dragged out that scene though, that death
Yeah,
scene.
I wrote
Like for
that.
quite a,
Our speech went on for way too long, but I thought
yeah,
it was
I was
really
like,
good acting from everybody that was involved in it. Bella
yeah,
Ramsey when
and
she was like screaming, "Joel, get up, get up!" Like even
yeah,
just Joel in it and the Abby lassie. I thought, man, it's one of the I feel like everybody done their job really fucking well. And I was like, you know what, that's
yeah,
solid.
and as well like us speaking about her going on monologuing for so long, and then Joel just like shut the fuck up,
Yeah, just
like
fucking
just
end
do it,
it.
yeah, and I was like, finally, he
But then
said
she's
it.
like, you don't get to decide how long this
Yeah, and
takes.
I was like, she said the thing, but I don't know. It's like with TV, they have to add in like things, don't they? Like,
And they need to spell it out
uh,
for people sometimes. When it's like,
yeah,
see if they just left it mirrored like nuance, like I said, you don't introduce Abby till it. Well, in fact, I like the way they ended episode 1, where it's Abby and Owen overlooking onto Jackson.
yeah,
You end on that, then you don't see Abby
yep,
again till the very end of episode. Well, mid to like 3/4 into episode 2, which is when she gets saved by Joel. I like the way that they reveal Joel's name to where it's like Dina's like, "Come on, Joel, we gotta go," and then Abby's like, "Fucking Joel,
yeah.
hold
It's
on
like
a
the
fucking minute," like, "Oh shit."
yeah,
Instead of the way it is in the game, which people always criticised, where he's like, "Hi, I'm Joel Miller, let's go." You know what I mean? And it's like Joel wouldn't do that, you know what I mean?
I
But
don't know. To be fair though, like in a situation where someone's stressed, you're like, "I'm Joel. What's your name? Let's go." Like you just kind of like shit's hitting the fan. Like I'm
mm,
giving you a friendly name, like, but we need to move. Just like, do you know what I mean? I can kind of
yeah, I liked it.
get behind the
I
game. It's
preferred the
better
way
in
it
the show.
happened in the show,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
more organic.
the way Abby's like, well, they're going up the hill, and then Joel's like, "Fuck, Jackson's getting attacked. We need to go back." And Abby's like, "No, no, no, come up, because I've got
Yeah,
pals who'll help you fight." Like she's like
so
luring
close.
him up. Like, mate, see if they didn't reveal her and her intentions before that, and then she kills him, you'd have been like,
Shock.
"Pow." Aye, it'd have been
Yeah,
amazing. But they showed too much beforehand, which kind of it never ruined the moment totally, but it could have been done so much better. I thought.
I feel like for first time fans, it definitely could have been better for them. Obviously, we know what happens, but like a lot of parents are watching that thinking, "Oh my word,
What
not
did
Joel. We love him."
what did
Like,
you think about Jackson getting attacked in that episode?
so yeah, I was going to speak about this point, and it's like that whole hive mind thing of the cordyceps obviously being busted open and causing that attack. I've part of my problem with it is changing it to Dina instead of Tommy on that supply run. And
Mm,
I get why they've done it in the show because they want to. I actually know I don't know why they've done it, but obviously they've done it to have that big cinematic attack on Jackson, and Tommy needs to be there to hold down the fort. So I kind of get why they've done it, but it's like I don't feel like they needed to have done that. But I mean that's just how they've structured the show. I kind of wish Tommy lost a lot more in a way
you
from
wanted
the
his kid to
attack.
die.
I either wanted his kid to die or his wife to die. Just like he got away lightly. Like so many people in that town died, and it's like, oh, both your people somehow survived. I'm
Yeah,
like how
Joe
much plot
died though.
armor? Like, yeah, like I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like I would have just liked to see him be even more. It sounds so sadistic. I don't mean it like this, but just like going through an actual rough time sort of thing, and then just
His brother died,
almost
wasn't it? I know.
no, like it is enough, but it's like you just want even more revenge and sort of like that oomph to be like, like I don't know, like if he was like in the canon, like if he wasn't like if Dina, like do you know what I mean? Like if he was actually out with Joel,
Mhm.
Jackson still gets attacked, but then he loses either his wife or son. Like that would have just been so much more impactful because like one, he wasn't there as well. He's lost his brother. Like I don't know, I'm rambling, but
Yeah, I don't know. I
like
just
this,
didn't like Jackson getting attacked. It was like, way too
yeah,
much CGI, and it was like somebody watched World War Z before writing that
yeah,
episode. They
yeah,
were like, "Let's
hundred
fucking
percent.
how much budget have we got? Let's do
It,
this."
mate, it's really weird because even in the first episode, you know, when they've got like Abby with like the drafts and stuff, and I was like, that CGI is absolutely
Oh, I
awful of
wrote
like the
that.
green. Yeah, I
See,
was
for
looked at it and
season
went,
one, at the end when Ellie goes and she meets the giraffes and she gets to feed them, I
mm,
was like, man, this is HBO. You've got the money to fucking steal a fucking giraffe for a zoo for a day
yeah, I
and
was gonna
let it
say
get
just
fed.
hire one. They've got draft actors.
Aye, it can't be that difficult. But
Yeah, but it's weird though because some of the CGI looks dog shit, and then you look at some of the shots, like the cinematic shots of like where it like pans out to like the mountains and the snow and Seattle, and I'm like, it's really nice. Do you
mhm.
know, like it feels like I think one of the things that I liked as well is not everything is technically accurate, but like obviously because we've both played the game recently, it's fresh. You walk and go, oh yeah, that's XYZ. I remember walking down this path, and it's like
Mhm.
you can kind of see it. And I feel like they have done that. Like they've done a really good job on sort of I guess the set design and things like that, and displaying things. But yeah, the CGI at times was pretty whack.
I did think it was weird the way they drag his body back. See, just with the rope and it's like bouncing about back there. It's like, mate, I've played Red Dead Redemption. You just throw him on the back of the
Whatever.
horse on its ass and,
Yeah.
just felt a bit undignified. You know what I mean?
True, true.
But
I don't know, but when somebody dies, you're not allowed to go near the body, don't they? Get infected with the cordyceps, maybe or something. Maybe that's why they didn't, because they buried them 10 miles away as well.
yeah, I don't know what it would
So,
be.
so maybe they just don't want the bodies near them when they're dead. There might be a reason, but you're right. It is a bit un, undignified.
What did you think about the scars introduction? The way they get introduced?
What kind of like the victims
Aye, so
at the
it's
end?
like it starts with like the guy whistling and they're all walking, and
Yeah,
then it's the guy at the front with his daughter and he gives her the hammer and he's like, "What does that whistle mean? That
yeah,
means there's nobody behind us." And then it's like, alright, cool. And then at like the end of that episode, Ellie finds them all dead.
yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think they should have been introduced. I feel like they should have saved it for the next season. Personally, I know why they were introduced, and it's like through the next few episodes, they kind of like integrate them with the island
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. And it's I don't know, it's just I don't feel that they needed to be there. I feel like as introductions go, wasn't the worst in the world,
I
but
thought
not necessarily
I feel like we didn't need to see them walking up. I feel like you did need to see their dead bodies at the
dead.
end of the episode,
Yeah,
just to be like, oh man, these guys that we're going to fight are fucking ruthless.
yeah,
Like they're evil
yeah,
bastards. But I feel like it would have been so much better if they just done it the exact same way the game is, where it's like, see
yeah,
when you're walking, mate, I love that, but see when you're walking through the park for the first time, and it's just stuck with the arrow, and then it's like people whistling, and you're like, what the fuck? And then they appear out of nowhere. They don't talk. Like they don't talk like the way that the wolves and every other human enemy you've dealt with is, where it's like flank and left, on you go, Kyle, I'll cover you. It's just like whistling, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? I feel like
yeah.
that'd have been so much better than the way they actually did it in the TV show.
I mean, it's as you said earlier with the whole Abby thing. I guess it's spelling it out and just adding context and adding filler. Could you
Mm-hmm.
say? Well, not filler, but you know what I mean. Just adding that extra layer, which is not needed. It is. I'd say like the show probably where it falls down is like I'd say the pacing and the chopping and changing of slight things. It's like they stick true to some parts of the story, but then change other things and make really weird decisions and switch things about, which I'm not particularly the biggest fan of, in
The
my
thing that
opinion.
annoyed me was they kept after they get to Seattle, Ellie and Dina keep getting distracted, like constantly. It's like, we're here to find Abby and kill her. Hold on a minute. Guitar solo. Playing the guitar, and it's like, mate, like, it makes
I
sense in
see
the
that.
game because you can just
Yeah,
find the guitar, and it's up to you if you want to pick it up and start fucking about with a guitar. But it's like, see, when it's TV show and you've only got so much time, it's like, that really need to watch Ellie play a fucking guitar.
I think you do. I think you do. I feel like in the game
Nah.
that was such like a. I know it's like an optional thing to do, but I feel like it's quite a big thing in the game because it's like I don't know. Joel taught her the guitar, and it's like she's just playing it, she's singing a little song. It's kind of cute and stuff. I feel like it was
It makes sense,
good to be in the show.
the stuff that happens later on when she's at like the farmhouse, fucking about with the guitar. But see, when she's in Seattle, I'm like, nah, no need.
Yeah,
I did like her
I
getting
mean,
bit
valid.
though.
She got bit too much, I thought.
I like the way she hurts herself after she gets bit to hide it. I actually really
oh
liked
yeah,
that.
like
I never
yeah,
even wrote that, but she gets bit and then it's like she cuts it into like a triangle shape, so
yeah,
that nobody ever,
smart.
if somebody sees the mark, it's like, oh, it's a cut. I was like, oh, that's so
Yeah,
smart. Like, I never even thought of that. But I liked her getting bit to save Dina, as instead of, because obviously they kind of do the smashed mask the way they do it in the game to like reveal that she's immune
why couldn't they do that in the show?
because it's not airborne.
But when is it Nora?
Yeah,
Do you know
Nova,
her?
Nora, whatever it is. Still
Nor
don't know her name.
when she dies, she's exposed to it, so it must be airborne.
Yeah, but there's that. It's a thing I don't really, never really thought about because I've literally just finished it today. But it's like, it's not airborne. They don't wear gas masks and stuff like that. It's even when they go down into the trains. Like, nobody's
Yeah,
got gas masks on. Like, that's not how it gets spread.
it's- I thought I just assumed it was like the game. I know they've obviously tweaked things, but I thought it was that it was
No,
airborne because why was Nora so sick then? Because she didn't get bit.
I think that's just
Because
because
she
she's in that hospital, and that hospital is like where patient zero is, and that place is just fucked.
really bad.
But
Yeah, that's a really big inconsistency or plot hole because she says to Ellie, she's like, "You've brought us down here, like we're both dead," and then that's
mhm.
where Ellie has like "I've got the high ground." So it's like something must have. Maybe it's just that area that's airborne, but I think it was a little bit
uh,
silly and an oversight.
Such interesting. I'm quickly trying to skim this just to get the exact quote. The game had spores in the air and people had to wear gas masks. We decided early on we didn't want to do that for the show. Eventually, those conversations led us to tendrils, and then thinking about how there's a passage that happens from one infected to another, like the fungus does. So yeah, it's not airborne on the TV show.
I
At
think
least it wasn't in season one.
fumbled.
So unless they've
Yeah,
changed it, yeah.
because I mean, there's a big section of well, the next season, sort of from Abby's playthrough, where um, you're in that building,
The
aren't you? And
hotel.
you've got the hotel, and you've got the kid with you, and obviously you need to find them a mask. So it's like, are they just going to skip that out?
Yeah, just
Like,
skip that.
yeah,
But I just didn't like the way she'd done it though. Where it's like, let's see if it's like she's got her horns through trying to let's push the thing back and then gets bit, but she literally just goes like that, and gets bit, and it's
yeah.
like,
There was a turn. Was it the turnstile bit?
yeah, it's the
She got bit.
turnstiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds really weird, but it was just a bit. I was just like, it was a bit cringe. Like, I was like, this. I don't know. It was just. It
Mm-hmm.
felt like. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense that she gets bit. Like logically speaking, you can't keep
It's
dodging
just the
zombie
way they
bites.
forced her to get bit.
Yeah,
It's like there's
yeah,
so many other ways you
exactly.
could have done it better.
100%
But
nail on the
mate,
head. I was just
that
odd.
first, let me say, right, that Dina and Jesse, they were both like, brilliant actors
Yeah,
in it.
they
I
were really
thought,
good.
I was like, well, you guys are gonna go
Good
somewhere.
casting.
Yeah. But mate, see when she's like get the gun and she's fucking shaking, like wants to shoot Ellie, I was like, ah, what an actress, man. I thought she was fucking amazing. It was a bit weird where it's like she reveals her secret that she's immune, and then Dina reveals hers. See, mate, they didn't spell that out too much that she was like pregnant beforehand, which I liked. Like she wasn't like, oh, I found a pregnancy test. She finds something in the back of the pharmacy, but you don't know what it is.
I,
She's in the back of the
I,
pharmacy, like finding stuff, like oh, and like steals it. It's
yeah,
not like specifically, oh, look what I found, a pregnancy test, and then puts it in the bag. It's just, oh, she picked something up in the back of the pharmacy, and she spewed like 2 times, but both times she spewed, she'd seen something. The scars fucked up, and the TV station when everybody's hung with their guts hanging out. So it's like it would make sense
valid.
to
Yeah.
spew. You know what I
But
mean?
I mean, because I know that she's pregnant, it's obvious. But it's like I feel like when she says, "Oh," like you can see her rummaging, and she sees something off camera. It could have been anything, but then she goes,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm gonna go pee." I'm like, is that not obvious?
Did she
Like
say
we
that? I
know
don't
that
even
you.
remember her saying that.
Yeah, she says, "Oh," she's like, "Hold up, I need to like pee or like I need to go to the toilet." And I was like, "Oh, well, you're gonna do your pregnancy test then," and that's because in the game they don't do that, do they? It's like it's not obvious,
No.
and it's like I liked how they added in that detail of oh I'm going for a pee, but you obviously still didn't know kind of thing. But yeah, like the whole like pregnancy reveal as well, I thought was a bit naff.
It's
I was
just a
like the way
bit.
that she delivered the line, I was like, what? I was like, it was so much better in the game.
I didn't have a problem with that. I just thought it was weird as fuck. I started banging afterwards. I was like, bit weird, weird timing on it.
Yeah, but like yeah, I was half like I think they do say it in the end, but like the way that it's delivered in the game that I was hoping for is like it's like oh, I'm pregnant, and then like, Eddie's like what, and it's like yeah, don't worry, you're not the dad. I was like I thought that was a really like funny delivery, and it's like I was waiting for it in the show to happen, like when she said it straight away, and I was like okay, you're just gonna lips and fuck, like fair play, like
Yeah,
celebration sex, like
because
that's
mate,
fine, but I was like I was waiting for the line.
that was another thing I'd seen like pure meme download, which was like, "I'm gonna be a dad," and
Yeah,
then when I actually seen it, I was like, "It's just a stupid joke. It's like not that bad."
yeah, it's not
Like
that deep.
I thought it was immediately like, "Ellie, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad." That's the way I thought it was.
Yeah,
The way everybody was acting, but it's not.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
them
they
fucking
made it
about.
worse.
Yeah, they made it as if it was a lot worse than what it was. I did think I didn't like Jesse's introduction into Seattle. I was like, that is super convenient.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He like shoots. Yeah. It was like, yeah, I've
Like, so
saved
it's
you,
like
and it's
Dina's
like,
trapped in the cage and it's like ripping the thing off about to drop down. Ellie's got like three or four on top of her, and it's like,
yeah,
we're
bit
done.
again, right? I'm
And
pretty
then
sure
it's
on
just
that
like
again.
bang, 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 bang. And you're like, oh, I preferred it so much in the game where it's like, oh fuck, we hear on the radio, somebody's shooting, it's got to be Tommy, let's go get Tommy. And then it ends
Yeah,
up being Jesse. I thought
but
that was so
that's the
much
other
better the
thing,
game version.
like as well in the game is like there's almost that subplot of they have a like, they know that Tommy's ahead of them, and they're almost trying to make sure that he's okay as well, sort
Hmm.
of thing. And you could argue in the game, it's like obviously they've got the mission, they want to kill Abby, but it is actually getting quite dangerous. So it's like when we find Tommy, do we just cut our losses here because it's that dangerous sort of thing? And it's like in the TV show by Tommy staying at home. I know obviously he comes with Jesse, but it's like yeah, it's just tiny little details that I don't understand why they strayed so much from the source material. It's like just let it flow,
Hmm.
just let it flow.
I was one of the bits I was skeptical about when I was playing for the game is when Ellie interrogates Nova. Aye, Nova I've got written down. I don't know if it's
I
Nova
think
or
it's
Nora.
Nora. I think
Is it
it's
Nora?
Nora. Yeah, it's not Nova virus. It's Nora,
So I think
surely.
mate, too much Black Ops in the brain. But I was like, see, where I was like, I can't picture that Bella Ramsey interrogating. I was like, you know what? I thought it was all right. The only thing that didn't work for me is afterwards, where it's like, see when Dina's like cleaning her and like try to comfort her.
Yeah,
I was just like, I never believed it for a second. I was just like, pff. Like the game
well, it
version's
cuts.
so much better.
I was gonna say after she does the hit though, it cuts to like her and Joel. It does like a hard cut and then ends the episode, doesn't it? So it's not even right away after.
Yeah, it cuts to like her waking up in the morning with Joel.
Yeah,
Come on, kiddo.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
next
It's
episode, she comes in, talks to Jesse, and then goes and gets Dina.
yeah,
Because Dina gets shot in the leg with the arrow off the scars, seraphites, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I didn't like that, but I was just like, it's not as I wrote. Didn't have the same impact as the game. Was what I wrote
what
down
do you
for that
think would
bit.
have made it have more of an impact?
Uh, I don't know. I think it
Like,
was
is it the
cinematography
actors?
and
Is it the
acting.
scripts? And yeah,
Cinematography and acting, because it's like you go in the game, it's like Ellie's like beating the shit out of her, right?
yeah,
And then it cuts, and then it's like her just there, like will like Dina try to comfort her, and it's like her horns are all fucked up and bruised and shit, and you can see she's like kind of like I've fucking just done something bad, kind of thing. Whereas the TV show, it's just she's not got that 1,000 yard stare. You know what I mean? Let's see when she's
yeah. I
trying to do
did.
that 1,000 yard stare. I'm like, I'm not believing it. Bonnie Blue's got a 1,000 yard stare. I tell you that for free. But Bella Ramsey don't.
Love me some Bonnie Blue. Link up soon. But yeah, it's. I know what you mean. Like that. I don't feel like that. Like the scene where she killed no
Nora,
No,
Nova.
you've got Nova in my head now.
No, I need to Google it to see who's right. I think you
Nova,
probably are right.
no, it's not. It's Nora.
Is it
Like that
definitely
whole
Nora?
scene, 100%. What should be something else now? But like I
Noddy.
thought I looked. Was it?
Nah, it's Nora. I was making a wee joke. Noddy.
Okay. Oh,
Like
Noddy.
a wee kids TV
Yeah.
show back in the day.
Not seen that in yonks, mate. It's kind of scary now when I've got the memory of Noddy in my head. I don't want
Aye.
to think about it actually. But yeah, like while the scene wasn't bad, I think this is what goes into like just Bella Ramsey still looking like a kid. It's like she's not. I know Ellie's not the most intimidating character, but she still is to an extent. Like if you take Kid Ellie versus Ellie in The Last of Us 2, it's like oh, like she, as you said, that stare in her eyes, like the I've switched off. I feel like Bella Ramsey done it to an extent, but then her physical sort of
I think it's like a
aura.
facial acting thing she struggles with. But I'm not.
Mm,
She doesn't like move her face a whole lot. For what I've noticed, I'm like,
yeah.
it's just
Was
one
it
of the things.
Botox or?
You got made Botox at 21. Fucking hope no.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I feel like it's as good as it can be, and yeah, like it wasn't bad, but it's like I agree with you. It's like the after effects of it. It's like when she was killing her, it was like, oh, is she even gonna care that she did it? Like she didn't. It didn't feel like she was in it, you know,
Yeah,
in it to kill it.
I liked when Joel kills Eugene. I thought that was really good, and
I
just like
wasn't a fan of.
how ruthless he is versus Ellie.
I wasn't a fan of his wife and the whole like
Oh,
psychiatrist
the
subplot,
therapist.
the
Yeah,
therapy, and I was just like, oh, like shut up, like this is just like what is the
just
point of this sort of thing?
unnecessary.
Yeah, just unnecessarily. But again, it's like one of those small things where it's like collectibles in the game, obviously like elaborating on like the Eugene thing. It's like I guess it is nice to see some of these things that you don't like you know about from the game, but it's not kind of there because it's not necessarily relevant, is it? It's like perfect TV show side filler and subplot.
Kind of, mate, his acting and that was incredible. So I wrote that down. See, when this is like episode 2 or something, episode 1 maybe, but where it's like he goes to a therapist and she's like, because obviously she doesn't know the whole thing with Joel, like
Yeah,
Salt Lake City, everything that happened, and she's like a fucking dad that's upset that his teenage daughters fell out with her. Like, catch a fucking grip. I fucking hate you. You killed my Eugene, and it's not the fact you killed him, it's the way you done it. And it's like, ooh, what happened there? But mate, his acting in that is incredible. And then I even wrote it again. See when he's telling Ellie about Salt Lake City, and it's like he's acting, and then he like tells her that he loves her and all that shit. Mate, that was fucking. That is like, whew, that is
great actor.
phenomenal. I was like, wow, like mate, he's fucking unreal. But, hey,
Shame he had to die.
shame. So early on as well. Should I get married him? But mate, even the final episode was probably the worst out of the entire
Yeah,
season. Jesse was amazing in it. He was really good in it.
this is what I don't get. Is like Dina, Jesse. I feel like some characters have been casted really well, and then predominantly Abby's group and like what is it? Is it Mel and Owen? Like I just
Yeah.
think like you've done such a great job on the casting. It's like then you've just kind of changed it a little bit. I was like, what's like surely there's a guy that looks like Owen that you could have casted that's an actor. Surely, like
The thing is, we've not seen enough of their acting to see if they're good or not. That Abby's a good actress. You've seen
yeah,
enough of her
she
to know that
is.
she's fucking good. So it's like, even though that may not look exactly like Mel or exactly like Owen, how good an actor are they? Does that make up for it? You know what I mean? That's what we'll find out
Yeah,
next season.
we
But
will. It's a big gamble though, isn't it? So like I don't know. It's just from what I saw of it, I wasn't particularly like impressed, should we say? But speaking of actors, I think do you know the episode where you see Isaac and he gets his introduction? I liked how they did that, and seeing Josh Peck, I didn't realize that he was in the show.
I didn't know he was in it either. I know he lost a
Yeah,
power of weight.
yeah, like the like Drake and Josh, like Josh
Yeah,
Peck, like he's the guy that's like telling the story. Is it like the
yeah,
the
Fedra.
soldiers?
Mate, was he
He's
the
like
one
the
that's like laughing and joking about it?
yeah, he's the one laughing and joking in the thing. I'm 99% sure that was Josh Peck. So I saw it, I was like, Josh? I was like, you're like Drake and Josh has taken a
Yeah,
turn
Josh
to the
Peck is in the
apocalypse.
newest episode. They've not actually
Yeah,
got a picture here.
but yeah, I was shocked by it. But I like that
Oh
introduction as
yeah.
well because in the game, as do you know when you're doing your collectible run in the game and you open up the truck and it's like just a bunch of bodies in the back of the whatever that wagon is, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
the
like
APC.
yeah, the APC, and it's like you see it in the show of like physically he just chucks a grenade in there and that's how
Mm-hmm.
it happened. And I was like, that's a nice touch, like from playing the game and just picking up on that little note. But yeah, I thought Isaac was quite cool from what I saw. Like
Yeah,
it, the
when
whole
he's
what is
talking
it?
about pans,
Yeah, the pans, the monologue. I was
the
like, what's
best, and
he?
of course it's from France, and it's
Yeah,
copper, but it's got the hang, so it's like it doesn't burn my hand on the handle.
yeah.
And the Seraphite's just like, hurry up, and like screaming.
I thought that was a cool little scene, cool
That
little
was
introduction.
that was one where I was like, do we need that this season though?
Exactly
Isaac,
that,
or should
exactly
that be
that.
next season? Because Isaac's more
Probably didn't.
involved with Abby. And also,
Yeah,
like, when he's talking about Abby, in the last episode, I think it is, but the lassie's like, why the fuck do you care so much about Abby? She's just another soldier. Like, do you love her or something? Like, what's going on here? And then he's like, no, you don't understand. Everybody here's sheep. She's like the next to take charge. Like, you're gonna die, right? The more of you are gonna die when you go on this raid. When I die, Abby's gonna be the next one to take over and like lead
yeah.
Oyas. Which I'm like, I liked it, but I'm also like, should that not be in the next season? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird because it's like introducing what was it, the Scars, the Seraph, like that group,
Yeah.
and then introducing, I guess, Isaac, and it's like, who do you want the villain to be of the show?
Oh, it's
Kind of
super
almost.
clear they're both like there's nobody
It's
good in it.
yeah, it's like there's nobody good, but it's like I feel like you could have. It's just less is more. Like you could have sprinkled in that whistle in, made it a bit more scarier and stuff. Seen the people slaughtered. Obviously, as the game goes, you see the wolves. You think they are the big bad people to an extent. With
Mm-hmm.
thinking that they were the ones that cut the guts. Obviously, we know that it wasn't, and things like that. But yeah, I just feel like they just kind of wanted to be like, oh yeah, we're making a TV show about the game. Let me just plug everything in this season to say that we've done it. Like they just got really excited. I think the biggest critique is just like the pacing and some of the story choices. Is that like
Yeah, there's
the
some stuff
scripting?
that's weird as well, where it's like there was one scene that I liked, but I didn't like it at the same time. So it's like final episode. Well, first off, Ellie and Jesse split because they're like, right, let's go find Tommy. So then they're away to find him, and then they're out looking, and she sees the aquarium, and it's when she interrogated Nora. I remember this time. She sees the whale, and she sees the whale, and she goes, whale, holy shit, that's what she was talking about. Abby's at the aquarium, that's where I need to go. And he's like, no, we're fucking leaving. We're getting Tommy, and we're getting the fuck out of here. And she's like, nah. And they have that back and forth where it's like, Jesse reveals that he voted no, and that Ellie is selfish. He's like, the only thing you care about is yourself. Like, I care about the community, making sure everybody's alright. You just care for yourself.
Yeah,
So she steals the boat. Then it's like, because it's like pure bad tides, the boat ends up crashing on the island where the Seraphites are. The Seraphites grab her because like a kid sees her, and she's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Guys grab her, and she's telling the kid, like, tell them I'm fine, like, I'll never hurt you, like fucking blah 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 blah. Because her whole thing is like, she doesn't want to kill people. Even earlier in that episode, like a bunch of wolves attack the Scars, and they like kill just like some kid, and she tries to go interrupt it, but Jesse's like, no, I'm not fucking dying
yeah,
in the middle of this war zone. They're both fucking fighting each other. It's nothing to do with me. I'd want to get out of here.
yeah,
I've got a kid on the way. I need to be there for him, which makes his death even worse. Like when he's, because how much he's talking about how much he's got to be there. But so then she's getting hung by the rope, and she's telling the kid, like, tell him, come on, and the kid's like, and it's like, it's clear now, Ellie, that there is no good in this at all. And then, but I didn't like the way that ended, where it's like the bell starts ringing because obviously wolves have attacked their like big compound kind of thing, and then it's just like, phew, release the rope, and it's like, nah, it's fine, just leave her. We need to get back. It's like, no, you would be like, get her throat slit with a knife, and then we'll just go. Like, we don't need to hang her. Just
do the little intestine cut thing with the
aye,
sickle.
just fucking
Like,
stab her and let's go. Like, why would you just leave her alive? Because the main reason for that is because it happens to Abby when she gets saved by Lev. So it's going to make her getting captured less impactful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. It's like, why would you? I know Ellie's not a wolf, but why would you leave a wolf there? Like,
Mm-hmm.
they are
Right.
the enemy. Like, you would kill them on sight because you know that you both mutually hate each other. They are going to come back for revenge. Like,
Mm-hmm.
while Ellie doesn't want, like, probably wouldn't of, they don't know that sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
she is
it's
a wolf
a
as far
weird,
as they're concerned.
a weird choice as well. And I don't know, just yeah, just
The
bizarre.
way she kills Melon as well, where she's like pure shocked, like, oh shit, did I actually pull the trigger? I was like, you've killed hundreds of people. Well, I thought you had, because I ended up Googling it. Apparently, she
Kill
only
count.
kills humans here. She only kills 3 people in season 1. Riley doesn't count because Riley was turned. And then in season 2, she only kills 5 people. And one was an accident, which is Mel.
How many do you have the stats for the game?
Oh, mate, the game's fucking look mad. That's another thing. Like,
Like,
she is
what?
so much more violent in the game than she is a TV show. But it's like, I guess that would be a hard thing to kind of.
Yeah, like an actual kill count when that it's not the yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to make her that violent in the TV show. But I feel like she needed that as well. I don't know. Mate, like I said, I feel like it was just meh. It could have been done so much better, but I also don't think it's as bad as what everybody was making it out to be.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. It's like people are just hating on it because like I don't even understand when people say, "Oh, like woke," and like just what do you
What
mean
the
by
fuck does
this?
it mean?
It generally is a hive mind of bots. Like I don't think they're real people half of the
Oh,
time. It's like
see when
what
it's
the
like, go woke, go broke, and it's like, episode 3 of season 1 is the 2 gay guys. Fucking amazing episode.
best episode, the highest viewed one as well, right? Or something,
Mate,
or most
absolutely
top
fucking
rated.
amazing. They say go woke, go broke. So you've got that episode, and then you've got the one where it's Ellie and Riley, where they're both gay together. So they went woke, but they didn't go broke in season 1. But now all of a sudden, season 2, it's go woke, go broke. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
I don't. I,
I
I
don't
think
get it.
do you know what it probably is? Is maybe a bit of the hatred for the second game. Like I know it's kind of the dust has settled and people appreciate it a lot more now, and like, do you know what I mean? It's like time has passed, but I feel like there's probably still people stuck in what like 2018 of just like they can't get over Joel's death, so they just automatically hate The Last of Us 2 and everything associated with it. Because obviously a lot more of those themes are more prevalent in season or the second game, aren't they?
Mhm.
Whereas like
But
the
mate,
first one, it's
I would have still hated Last of Us 2 if I never replayed it. Let's see
do you
if I
think?
never replayed it, I would always been like, mate, Last of Us 2 was fucking shit. But now I've went back and replayed it, and I don't hate it as much. I think it's a lot better than what I remembered it being.
Yeah, I was gonna say from my playthrough of it, I loved it. Fantastic game.
Should we move
Sensational.
on from the TV show then? Because I feel like we've been on it for long enough.
Yeah, way too long. One thing though, you gave the season one a 9 out of 10. What are you giving season two?
What, 6?
Yeah,
6, I'd
mid.
say.
Like
Yeah, meh.
serviceable. Like it wasn't had good moments. I think
Yeah.
it was more so just the pacing issues and kind of the deviations from the core material was what ticked me off a little bit. But it wasn't as bad as people
Yeah,
were
it's one of the
saying.
ones where there's just so much mer so many stuff you could have done so much better.
Yeah, they did some things really like right and great as well. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? With like the whole Eugene stuff, the Isaac blowing up the truck with people, like just they pick up on details there, but then they kind of miss or don't do other. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Anyway,
that was us talking about The Last of Us season 1 and 2. Be sure to let us
should
know
we
what you
do?
thought about it.
Should we do more movie reviews, TV reviews? New rolling agenda.
You need to watch Twisted Metal, because mate, that is an amazing TV show. I don't know when season 2 comes out,
It comes
but
out. So
mate,
I said this on
Anthony
stream the other
Mackie
day. I
is
I, I
brilliant in it.
said I was like I should probably watch the TV show. I was like, it's meant to be really good, isn't it? Because there's like a new game or something coming out as well, is it not?
Is
For
there?
the classic,
Oh,
I
3 and
think
4
maybe.
are getting added to PS
Yeah,
Plus Classics.
yeah. But what have you been playing? Not Twisted Metal, I assume.
No, but I was playing a little bit of The Last of Us 2 because I want to get the 100% for it on I've wrote it down somewhere, the 19th of June. So it's like bang on 5 years for the 100%. But mate, I'm doing the permadeath, and I've got it on the
Oh, it's
easy
daily
difficulty.
challenge, isn't it? Oh, wait, no. Oh,
I've got it
sorry.
on easy difficulty for the permadeath, and it's also per chapter. So it's like the easiest version of permadeath. Mate,
Yeah.
I'm stuck. Like, I am full on
Where?
stuck. The crane with Abby.
Oh,
Crossing the crane with Abby, and it's 15 minutes. You get reset like every time you die, because I then need to like
yeah.
go through the whole town, go up, and you're doing all the fighting, going up again, and then crossing. And it's at the very end of the crane. She keeps falling off, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've died 5 times, and I've
Did you
just
do?
gave up on it.
Did you fuck up when you did your grounded run? Because
Yeah, but it
I
checkpoints you right back at it, and then I got it
oh,
the
I was gonna
second
say
time.
when I've played it, I don't think I fell off.
I keep
But
falling
I feel
off.
like
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because, mate, I was like, maybe it's like the gyro system of the controller or some shit. So I've got it done laying flat, and I'm literally just going forwards, and she keeps falling off. And then it's like I'm correct. So when she like leans left, I'm like, all right, I'll correct it right a wee bit, and she's falling off. Mate, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm like hard stuck on it. And like I said, see, 'cause it keeps resetting me back 15 minutes.
yeah,
Mate, it's like an hour, 15 minutes I've spent just on that one section. And I'm
yeah,
like, I'm gonna lose my shit. And like I said, I don't know what the
yeah.
fuck I'm doing wrong.
It is. It's a frustrating one with that because it's like you get to it and it's like you feel the pressure. Then it's like you might choke a little bit, and then
It's
like
not
you can't
even
even you can't get repetition or practice because you
aye.
have to go all the way back.
It's
That's
not
the
even like
issue.
the pressure. It's I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like,
Yeah,
see if
and
it was
it's
like
it
you've
takes so
leaned
long.
left when you should have leaned right. I'd be like, all right, fine, I know that for next time. I genuinely don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong.
Mate, do
So
you know what's gonna get you when you get past that is, you know, at the very end of Abby's section where you're in the village and it's on fire.
yeah,
There's another section when you're running across the beams. That's where
no,
I
I
fell
never had a
off.
problem with that.
I had a problem. It wasn't a big problem because obviously I had a checkpoint, but I fell off a couple times. I was like, "What am I doing wrong here?" But I somehow done the crane fine.
No, I'm trying.
So
I don't think there's any other bits that I would have an issue with in the game. Because, mate, that's the first time I've died is on the crane. And like I said, I've died
yeah,
5 times on it, and I'm like, oh, mate, I'm going to fucking lose my shit. But playing Last of Us 2, like I said, get the 100% for that wrapped up. I actually bought some games. With PlayStation Stars, I get my £5 voucher. So I bought Phantom Doctrine, which is like XCOM, like turn-based with like the wee grid and you like move. And it's I don't know if it's set during the Cold War or something. I've not played it yet, but mate, it seems cool. You can play as either the KGB, I think it is, or the CIA. So you can play on either side of the story. And Red Faction 2. So I've got Red Faction 1 and 2, and it's one of the ones where I'm like, I might do a video on it, I might not. Bought DLC for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Jack the Ripper DLC. And you actually, I only played like the first 5-10 minutes, but you actually play as Jack the Ripper. And he's got like eagle vision and shit like that. And this is only for like the first 5-10 minutes, so it's no massive spoilers. I think he's related to Jacob. I think it's Jacob and Evie's brother, is what I think. Just for like the opening bit, and it seems like because you play as Jack at the start, I think he kills Jacob. I think that's what it is, because it's like Jacob's went missing, and like last time you've seen him, it's like Jack the Ripper beating the shit out of him about to kill him. So, hey, I don't know how that's going. Started Wolfenstein Old Blood, which if I get the platinum for that, that'll be a 10-year platinum. And I'm like, did I do that first in preparation for Wolfenstein 2?
is that the first? I'm assuming that's the first one, is it?
Nah, New Order is the first one, and then it's Old
Right.
Blood, but Old Blood is a prequel, so it's set
Oh,
before it.
okay. Right.
So I'm like, I might do that. I'm not sure. It's one of the ones where I started it, I get like 5-10 minutes in, and I was like, this might be a good game to stream. So you just playing it on normal difficulty, my first playthrough. I was like, this
Yeah.
might be like a decent wee game to stream.
Need to get you
Oh,
back on my TV, mate, streaming. I miss it. Miss the Last of Us grounded runs.
I mean, I fucking don't. Um, I dug out the PS4 because I was like, there's a few games that I can only play on PS4. They don't run well on PS5 like, at all. So I was like, I'll pull the PS4 out, get them played, smash them out, and then move on. Mate, I done Playroom, the webcam game.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll get that. Because, I mean, it was right after The Last of Us 2. I'd just finished on Grounded. So I was like, I want something nice and chill, something easy to play. It's not even got a platinum. I was literally just going to get the 100% on it. But I can't even do that. because you need 2 DualShock 4 controllers, and I've only got the one.
Oh.
You can't even use the PS5 because it's like the wee light bar at the top there.
Yeah.
Is what you need to use, which is an absolute pain.
Strange.
And also, mate, I forgot how slow the PS4 is. See, like UI wise,
Oh,
I was
I was
like,
going to
oh
comment on
my
that.
god, man, Jesus! And it's like you get
Before
the
it goes
news
out.
feed, the
Oh,
news feed and the followers thing. Like I booted that up and it was like 5 new followers or some shit, and I'm like looking at the news feed. I'm like, mate, I forgot this was a thing. Like, why did they get rid of it? Like, not that I ever used it, but I was like, I don't know.
A thought goes out to all of my boys and girls on PlayStation 4
Still on the
going strong
PS4.
in 2025. It's just so noticeable. I don't mean to sound this from a fucking dickhead point of view, but it's like when you go from a PS5 that loads instantly and is so swift, and I've done it when I've gone back to a PS4, I'm like, we live like this?
Mate, you know
It's crazy.
the PS3 user interface isn't even that slow.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say
the
PS3.
store's really bad for the PS3. But the
Takes
PS3
about
user
20 minutes.
interface, oh mate, it takes ages. The actual UI is completely fine. Unlike the PS4, which was kind of mad. Mate, played a game. Again, this one doesn't even have a platinum either. Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. I was like, I'll
Really?
play through this, do the 100%. Mate, it is fun. PS4 sounds like a fucking jet engine because it's like a launch PS4. But, mate, I was like, this is actually really fun, surprisingly fun. I'm just gutted it doesn't play on PS5 because it's one of the games I can play and enjoy, but not enough to put like 5 hours in on the one night. It's like an hour, and then I need to go find something else to play. So mate,
Right.
I've already put the PS4 away. I'm back on the
Oh
PS5
no.
because it's like I need to jump between games.
Yeah.
And the other
It's a shame it
PS,
doesn't run on the PS5.
oh mate, it's so. I tried playing it on the PS5, but it's so bad because it just like visual, like it just goes like all black, and then it's like mad fucked up. It is genuinely awful. And then the other game that's on only on PS4 that I never even started. Because mate, I was gonna do a video on it, but then when I seen or heard how loud the PS4 is, I was like, I can't even do a video on it. Was Manhunt because that's got a platinum.
Oh,
I
I
was
didn't
like,
realize you couldn't
I
run it on
platinumed,
PS5.
I platinumed the most banned game. Was what the video would have been. But mate, that's not even gonna happen because that thing is loud as fuck. But
Yoink! Someone's taken that.
they're more than welcome to it. And then we'll talk about it more later, but I played a bit of Tomb Raider 1, which was really fun. I played it just to get used to the controls for when I was doing my video later on. And mate, I was like, I'm actually really enjoying this. Like, I'm going to go for the platinum eventually, but see, just playing through it. Because I tried playing Tomb Raider when I was a kid, and I was really bad at it because I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. But mate, now I'm older and I'm like, okay, I know I can reach that ledge. Like, I can kind of figure out the route that I'm going to be going, which I couldn't do when I
Yeah,
was younger. So,
big brain activities.
I mate, my brain has grown. But yeah, the only thing with that was there was a trophy that was bugged, and it's because of an update apparently, because that's what the comments were saying, which is welcome to my house, which is like do everything in Lara's house, like the controls. That's another thing. The tutorial is absolute dog shit, because it'll be like, press the jump button to jump, and it's like, fuck's the jump button? Fucking tell me. Like, obviously I know it's X, but I'm like, the fuck do I know? And then it's like, press the action button. I'm like, what the fuck's the action button? Action buttons are two. How the fuck was I meant to know that? You know what I mean? Stuff like that annoys me. But
Yeah,
mate, I've been actually really enjoying Tomb Raider 1. See, it's just like something I throw on, play for like 30, 40 minutes, and then go do something else. I've been really enjoying that. But yeah, that's it. Been working super hard on the prison sim video. I'm like 40% done on that.
get in.
I said 40% done on that, and then I get distracted by other stuff. But aye, that's it for all the games I've been playing. What about you? What you've been playing? And good?
Well, how do I start? So I don't know where I got to in the last podcast, but I've finished Devil May Cry 3 now. That's done. I started.
Did you finish Devil May Cry 2 last episode?
Oh, I don't know. Well, for context, I've finished Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm on to 5. Finished Devil May Cry 3. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, to be honest with you. Just
Really?
it kind of suffered, like, while It's definitely the best one out of the three, but it
Hmm.
suffered a lot of the issues that I didn't like in the first game in terms of like the scaling of bosses, of enemies. Like it was like pretty brutal and unfair. Like just playing on normal, like I never dropped the difficulty, despite it telling me that I could.
Mate, I
Like
got that
suck
during
it
the
out.
see the lassie that
Yeah.
turns into a guitar. I got it on
Oh.
her. Mate, she beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, like it honestly like put me through the ringer. I can appreciate the combat in it. It had the best combat from the trilogy, I'd say. But the other frustrating thing for me as well was just like the level design. It was quite confusing at times of like just not knowing where to go, and it's like, oh, you not only have to backtrack, you have to jump all the way down to the bottom of this like this shaft, and I'm like, who in their right mind thinks that the right place to go is jumping down somewhere that you probably can't get back up? I was
Yeah,
like, it
I remember.
bizarre.
I remember when I played Devil May Cry 3 like over 10 years ago, but I was like, I did have this weird memory at one point of getting lost. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I was like, I need to backtrack, but I backtracked because you can go the full way back. I went back to like the bar, and then I was
Oh
like,
wow,
I've done something wrong. So I
yeah,
ended up having to look
you
up a
have.
guide and finding and then finding out I was like, oh, I fucked up big time.
Yeah,
I don't remember a lot
that
of
was
that game. Mate, because
yeah
I'd
that
even forgot about the like boss thing at the end, so where it's like you need to fight multiple bosses. I was like, oh mate, I
well like
totally forgot.
the
Yeah,
gauntlet. Yeah, that was just. Luckily, you don't have to fight them all, so you could pick and choose which ones. And if I did have to do them all, I was gonna scream. Another annoying thing. It's like I thought that area looked really cool, but then as soon as it was, oh, you're regurgitating the same bosses again, I was like, this is like Devil May Cry 1 fighting the same boss for a
mm,
second, for a third time. I was like, come on, like that really grinded my gears as well. And even I would say, uh, challenging. Did I enjoy it? It probably wasn't a challenge I enjoyed, to be honest with you. I don't know how people do it on the hardest difficulty, but I understand people that love Devil May Cry, like they obviously perfect it, and I can really appreciate that because it does take a lot of skill.
mate,
What was you?
I've been wanting to play Devil May Cry. See, but watching you play it, I was like, kinda, I kinda like, I'm not played it in ages. I kinda want to try it again. And then I
Yeah,
watched Brew's video. I don't know if you've
yeah.
seen. He posted a video, and it's like
What hardest?
beat every Devil May Cry game in 24 hours on the hardest difficulty. I watched that video and I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
I really want to play
Fair play,
Devil May
Brewery.
Cry now. Yeah. BRUBREW for anybody that's listening wants to go watch it. I was like, that's a really good video. I enjoyed it, and I
Yeah.
was like, because mate, there's stuff
Well,
where it's like, see, even when it's in Devil May Cry 1, it's like the wolf thing, Jaguar, whatever it is, it like spits at you, the line, and he just like jumps on top of it and then just kills it with pistols in like fucking seconds. I was like, ah,
yeah, I can't do that. I'm not that
there's
good.
like
Mate,
ways around all this stuff. Like, he knows how to fucking beat the game, you
yeah,
know?
mate, when that sentence left your mouth, I was thinking he needs to get his skull checked if he generally wants to play Devil May Cry. And then I'm so glad that you spoke about Brew video because I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like if you really like Devil May Cry or that style of game, then like go for it. But I have to say, as a modern gamer, I call myself with TikTok brain rot. It just doesn't. I don't know. You have to think. I didn't like Desperados 3 because I had to use my brain. Devil May Cry 3 requires a lot of brain power, which I don't have these days. Like I want to play something that's fun, quick, and easy.
Aye.
Devil May Cry 4 though, I it started off very well. Like I actually really
What
enjoyed the
difficulty did
start
you
of
play it on?
Devil. Just the normal. Oh wait, no,
Normal.
no, no, easy. Sorry, easy.
I was
I
gonna say,
played the.
I think it was 4 that was like really fucking hard when I played it on normal. I played through all of them on normal, and like 4 was like really difficult, especially I like fighting the Pope. I think maybe I get stuck on a lot.
Oh, at the end. Oh yeah.
Where
Oof,
it's like you need to like
even
grappling hook to something and then grappling hook
yeah,
again and again. Mate, I remember getting my ass beat. It was a rough time.
yeah. The So I actually streamed Devil May Cry 4 from the PlayStation. Like I streamed the PS3 version.
Ooh,
Because you can get a PS4 version called the Special Edition, which obviously adds more characters and
just
stuff
went
and
on
gets it
sale.
faster. Yeah, it just went on sale. I did consider it, but I was like, let me just stream it. Like, and it doesn't have a trophy list, so I was like, I
Does it
don't have
not?
to go for no,
Oh,
no,
the
it doesn't have a
PS3
trophy list.
version doesn't.
Yeah, PS3 doesn't. So I was like, I'm gonna do it on that because my principle for DMC 1, 2, and 3 was it starts you on normal. You get a trophy for doing it on normal. I'll just, get it to show my badge of honor. But I was like, Devil May Cry 4 doesn't have
Nobody's gonna
any
know.
trophies on the. I'm not, no one's gonna know. I mean, I was transparent about it. I said I'm going to put this game onto easy so I enjoy myself. That's what I said, and I enjoyed it a lot more. But it did suffer from silly level design at points as well. Like while a lot of the game was fine, it again just had the random backtracking and jumping down weird places, which frustrated me. Story of it as well, like it's. I think 1, 2, 4, like the entire story, is just like quite difficult to follow at times. I find it's
Yeah, I
like,
couldn't tell you
especially
the story.
yeah, like I still can't tell you the story, but funnily enough, I've like DMC reboot. I could tell you the story and have an understanding of it. I don't know how. It's obviously an unpopular opinion. But yeah, and the other frustrating thing with Devil May Cry 4 is once you finish it, or I say finish it, you finish Nero's levels, and then you finally play as Dante, and then when you're playing as Dante, you just then backtrack through the entire levels that you've just done with Nero, and I don't have time for that. I didn't bother. I just watched the ending on YouTube. I
You
was
just
like, what?
watched it.
I just watched the ending because I was like, I'm not going to sit here for 3 to 4 hours to fight the same enemies, to run the same beat path. I understand. Again, if you're a Devil May Cry fan, I completely understand that you want to play as Dante, you want to use his moves. It was pretty cool. I did do a mission like you can switch with the D-pad to his different fighting styles. I thought it was cool, but I'm not a big enough fan to sit there to play regurgitated shit, not shit, but like just regurgitated stuff. I get that the game was rushed, and that's the excuse that people have said essentially, like that's just how it is because the game didn't have a lot of time to be made. It needed to come out, but that kind of dampened my opinion of Devil May Cry 4 because I was going to rate it quite highly actually until it done that midway through, and even like the ending that I saw online, I was like, oh well, that was a bit meh.
I
Like
didn't even remember that you did that with Dante and Nero. I remember playing through as Dante and Nero. I just didn't remember that was like you play the same missions, but as a different
yeah,
person. I
it's
didn't know
just
that.
like you're going backwards through it because obviously Nero's going towards something, and then you're almost like Dante's like ahead at points, so it's like you're almost kind of like backtracking and like getting to the point where the middle of the game is, if that makes any sense.
The only thing I
So you're
really remember before was like struggling, getting my ass beat by the Pope, and getting lost in the forest. I had to look up a guide.
yeah, the forest. They didn't. Is it Devil May Cry 1 where they done a similar thing with like you had to follow like a mist or something? Like
Yeah,
that
'cause
was
I was watching you and I was like, I remember getting stuck, but I can't remember if it was 1 or 4. And then the more you played it, I was like, no, it was definitely 4 that I get stuck on. It was my
yeah,
ass.
because you have to look at the shadows with the sun, and it's like you can see the shadow on the ground.
Mm.
But yeah, like Devil May Cry 4, like it was good. I enjoyed the combat, but the understanding that I've got as well is that people don't like Devil May Cry reboot, and it's like they don't like the reboot, but then it's like Nero kind of basically is the Dante that you have in the reboot, and it's like if people like Devil May Cry 4, why do you have such an issue? I know why they have an issue. It's a rhetorical question, but it's like why is there such the again, I know the answer, the hatred towards it, like with some of the things that the devs have said that I've now learned, but I was just like, I kind of see the parallels. And in fairness, the way that Devil May Cry 4 ends, I think they were completely right to try and reboot it, personally,
How does it
because
end?
it just ends with like all of the other games, Dante kicking his feet up in his office, taking a phone call, and he's got the girls there eating pizza. Like it was just the most beat the boss on to the next job. It was like the most the game can end there, and if there was never another game, again, I struggle to follow the story. People could probably argue you could easily have another one, but I was like, the game ended there, the game ended there. A reboot logically made sense to me in the time because like I started Devil May Cry 5 today. Amazing. Like I say amazing loosely. I've done like 2 missions and I thought it was really good. And but again, like the story of it doesn't really, to me, doesn't really connect from the end of 4 properly. You're kind of just like in it,
Mm.
and I'm like,
And you get
oof,
thrown into it.
like yeah, you're like thrown into it. It's like, well, what? Like, I'm sure it will start unraveling itself, so I'm not judging it too soon on that. But Devil May Cry 5 has been fun so far. The combat's decent. The camera angle's still a little bit dodgy in terms of like the control scheme of the way your character's facing. It's like you need to do down to like hit them up, but if your camera's facing another way, you have to hit up instead of down, which I
Hmm.
think is really Like it should just be down no matter what way you're facing.
Have you
Very
played
minor
as
thing.
Have you played as V yet?
No, I've not. I've
No,
literally just done 2 missions as Nero. I've seen V. He seems pretty
because he's
interesting.
like super easy to get like S combos with to the point where it felt kind of boring. I remember that for 5 where I was like, Whereas
Yes,
like Nero and Dante, you feel like you're actually doing shit.
doing something.
Whereas with
Yeah,
him, it's just like right, keep pressing the button, the pigeon's gonna attack, and then the jaguar attacks, and then like, he's
yeah.
kind of. I remember thinking he was like, boring.
But again, I'm not going to get the platinum unless I really love it and want to put that grind into it. But
I
it's
think
been
that's
good
a
so
9.
far. It's something crazy. It's like 60 hours. I think it's an 8 or 9. Yeah, it's like 60 hours, multiple playthroughs. It looks like hell, like absolute hell to do. And I do have to say, like the first like big boss fight in Mission 2 that I fought, I actually really liked it in the sense of the environment's changed.
Is
So
it
it's
the
like you're
thing in the
fighting.
church?
Yeah, it's like you fall
Yeah.
through the church, and then not only do you fall through the church, you then get knocked out. Like he breaks the wall, then you get to go outside. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not often you have a boss fight. It's like almost like the boss has different phases, but instead of that, they're just giving you different environments. And I thought that was really, really cool. And I hope that the game maybe continues to do that. I don't know. But enough on Devil May Cry. I played a game called. Can you confirm? Is it a 9 or 8? What's the difficulty for the plat?
Oh, I searched it on PowerPix. It's a 10, but I don't think it is a 10 because I
Oh,
remember watching the Platinum podcast and Guy Firuski had it, and what's the lassie's name that was on it? Who's the last? Liddy XP. It's one of the ones where it was like the 4 of them, so it was like Platbro, Guy Firuski, Adam McDermott, Liddy XP. And Liddy XP had the Max Payne 3 Platinum, which was a higher difficulty than Guy Firuski's Devil May Cry 5. So I think 5 must be like a 9. Mate, to get the
interesting.
fair play to her, by the way, because to get the Max Payne 3 Platinum is
The
difficult.
New York Minute or something.
Yeah, New York Minute.
And it's unobtainable now, right? As well.
Yeah, because of the online servers.
Yeah.
You kind of get the multiplayer stuff for Max Payne 3. But anyway,
Yeah. Sorry, just to. I know I was moving on, but I feel like the thing with the Devil May Cry games is like if it really sticks and you really like it, I feel like obviously it's a high difficulty, but it's like the more you. They're designed to be played and played and played and played until you become better. So it's almost like, yeah, it probably is a 9 out of 10, but it's like the more you play it, you're probably actually just really good now. So it's not. It's probably still going to be a challenge, but not as daunting as a 9 sounds. You know what I mean? Like maybe it translates to a 6 or 7 when you're actually good at the game. It's like us getting a COD Platinum. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's a piece of piss for us. But yeah, playing a game called Amber Alert. I need to actually do a stream on this or video. It's I got a creator code for it. It's a very very difficult horror game in the sense of you're a police officer and it's like it's said about like body cam footage, but it's not. Essentially, you've been called to a neighborhood and there's like it's like a cul-de-sac thing of a bunch of houses and there's a group of slashers is the best way to put it, like people in masks that are basically murdering people in that estate, and you're just a police officer investigating it, and you basically have to go through all of the houses to you know find. I'm looking at the trophy list sort of thing. It says like find a hostage, save a hostage,
I was
but
going to
it's
say, I
like
think an Amber Alert, is
difficult.
that not in America when it's like a kid gets kidnapped? You get the Amber Alert.
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it could be. I've not made it that far. Like the game says, it's like this is designed to be difficult. Like this is meant to be hard, sort of thing, and it is really difficult to the sense of like you'll be walking and then an enemy will spawn behind you and they'll just hit you and you'll die and then you'll like reset to the start of it. It's like it's if you sussed out how to do it and you got a little bit of good RNG, you could probably wrap it up in about 30 to 40 minutes. But it's one of those ones where it's like very difficult to do. So if you do it, fair play. But I noticed a couple of the trophies, like it's like complete the prologue, and I'm pretty sure I did that, and the trophy never popped. And it's like I did get an update yesterday for the game, so I feel like the platinum was unobtainable, maybe because of a couple of maybe glitches or like balancing issues or whatnot. So I'm gonna go back at it at a later point and just see how
You
if
can
anything's
stream it,
changed. But
live stream it.
yeah, I'm thinking a live stream, but it's it would just be me dying quite a lot. What's an Amber Alert have you got?
Oh no, yeah, I was right. An Amber Alert is let me pull it up. Or a
Is it
child
kidnapping?
abduction emergency alert is a message distributed by a child abduction alert system tasked for help from the public in finding abducted children. So it's like you just get an alert on your phone. Mind when we get the bad weather alert where it was like ting, and it was like warning to life alert. You never got it. We got it for the first time like a few months ago, but it's like it'll just come up on your phone, and it comes up on everybody's phone,
Yeah.
and it'll be like child abducted in Los Angeles area. Blue sedan, registration plate starts with like VW or some shit.
Right. Yeah.
That's what an Amber
Yeah.
Alert is.
I guess it's probably maybe a kid that's been kidnapped in this or something. It's one of those ones. It's like obviously a small dev team, kind of like an indie horror game, you could say. But it's pretty cool. I'd say it's difficult if you're into your kind of survival horror to an extent.
I'll need to check it out.
Yeah, it's all right. If you're on Lurk It, I got accepted straight away for a code. Like it was instant. I was like, what? They didn't even like really review it. It was like automated, so you probably get one. Of course, we spoke about The Last of Us Part 2, but I've played that through. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Glad I've waited all these years and matured as an adult and actually have a brain that is fully developed. I feel like that, like people go, oh, you hit 25 and your frontal lobe develops, and like I hit 25 and I was like, no, but I was like, I hit 25 and I was like, maybe I'm just mature, but I was like, I don't feel any change, like I don't feel any different. And then like a year later, I've played The Last of Us 2 and I go, maybe it has developed. I was just a bit late to the party, but yeah.
It's funny how when you're over it, you're like, fuck, they were right. Like my frontal lobe actually did develop.
Yeah. Still have no idea what that means, to be honest with you. And I did psychology. I know what it is. Couldn't tell you what it does. But yeah, fantastic. I need to do my second run through though to just level up Abby and also Ellie. So it's just another second playthrough for a bit. But I'm just like leaving that for the time being. I don't want to do back-to-back playthroughs. Dabbled back in with DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot. I was trying to get triple S ranks on 10 of the missions. I don't even know if I can do that, to be honest with you. I'm looking at tips online and I'm still bad.
Not even on easy? Difficult?
Yeah,
does it matter?
It doesn't matter. No, you can put it on easy, but I'm still at, like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it just takes more practice. It's like the style points. I just don't do enough combos. So I just need to suss out something or watch a tutorial, but I've not played it enough. Like, I'm not mad at myself. Like, I've literally jumped in for the first time earlier this week for about an hour, and I was like, of course I'm not going to get it because I've not played it in weeks.
I just remember using Air Hike and Stinger a lot. That was like my two moves that I really liked. Stinger where you just da-da-da-da-da, and then Air Hike, and you just do the combo up there.
Yeah, I think that's what people said online, to be fair. But silly old me with combos. I'm not the best. I got a platinum trophy in Final Fantasy 3 from the Pixel Remaster.
One of us got a platinum trophy. I was getting worried. I was like, if I get a trophy on the podcast, nobody's got a platinum.
Yeah, I mean, we technically have earned trophies, just not platinums. But yeah, so Final Fantasy 3 platinum. I enjoyed it, decent. I'm just working my way through the Pixel Remaster, so I'll move on to 4 at some point. But I kind of take a little bit of a break between doing them because they're quite intense when you're going through them. Sort of, there's missables and chests and not collecting, but you have to beat every animal in the game, so it's like finding them.
Are they difficult? Because I remember looking, I'm going to do the first one. I'm just going to do it with a guide. I'm not going to play the game and enjoy it. I'm going to get the platinum. So I've platinumed the Final Fantasy game. Yeah. But that seems pretty easy. Is like 2, 3, 4 easy, or does it get harder?
1's the easiest. 2 is also easy. 3 was also easy, but it was like slightly, maybe a bit longer. Like, it wasn't difficult, is what I should say. I'd say if anything, 2 consuming. A bit more time. They gradually get more time consuming. I would say that 2 is, what system did they have in 2? There was a system that was implemented in 2 that was a little bit different and took some thinking. But again, if you're watching a guide, it's like fine to do. I think Final Fantasy 4 and 5, just because I've been watching Merlinated play it on stream, it's like RNG summons that you need to collect, and he's literally been there for streams for like an hour and a half just trying to get an enemy, and that enemy get a drop.
I joined his stream at the very end last night, I think it was.
Oh.
And he was like, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he was like, I think I'm just going to wrap it up. I've been here for ages. I don't think I'm going to get the achievement because it was like 20 out of 29 or something.
Yeah.
And then he was like, And I'm sorry if I've went political and talked about stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck have I missed?" It's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, no. So yeah, it final. I think he's on 5 now, but 4 had a very similar things. I need to investigate it myself, but it's quite grindy. But yeah, I think what it was we were talking about MindsEye, and I said he was like, "Oh, who should we raid?" And I go, "Oh, you should raid somebody playing MindsEye." And then one of the creators that was playing MindsEye was like a female streamer, but she had like the camera
Uh,
pointed downwards with
a
like
tech
her legs
streamer.
up and
Yeah,
like yeah, and like and then that just kind of
turned
sparked a
into a rant.
discussion about you know obviously guys being creeps and stuff, but then of course
Mm.
like that it's like just you know do we need
Yeah.
to put our legs like out on stream? Like, can't we just have the cameras like man, woman, which like whatever, just like just
Aye. Mate, it
normal
used to be
sort of thing?
wild on Twitch. There was like lassies like with like body paint and stuff like that. And I mind that this was
Oh,
like a few years ago, but there was one that's literally painted their arse cheeks green and then used it as like a green screen for the game. So mate, you're just looking at her fucking arse. And I'm
I
like,
mean,
you know
fair
what?
play.
I
I respect
respect
that.
it to a certain extent, but who the fuck is watching this?
I
You
was
know what
gonna
I mean?
say that's very unique, I'd have to say. But yeah, it was just the whole thing of then looking through Twitch and looking at all the hot tub streamers. There were like 2
Mm.
guys in a bathtub, which was pretty funny.
5 feet
That's what
apart because they're not gay. One of them ones. I think
yeah.
most of them have moved to Kick though. Tech streamers.
Yeah. I mean, it just like, I know obviously Twitch you can do anything on it, like you can listen to music and chat, but to me, I just assume it's a video game platform. I don't know why people are boy or girl are in hot tubs.
I think you
Anyway,
get
we're not.
IRL as well now. IRL
Yeah.
music making podcasts is on it as well.
Oh, maybe we should do a live podcast.
A live
That'd
one
be
on
interesting.
Twitch.
Yeah. And speaking of Mind's Eye and platinums, I got the platinum trophy for Mind's Eye, and can I just not? Can we just move on to the next segment? I don't want to speak about it.
You don't want to talk about MindsEye. Well, to be fair, you put out how long was the video? I don't even know how long it is because I just watched it in
Yeah,
the
so
live stream, the premiere.
yeah, so I did like a 5.5 hour live stream of playing Mind's Eye on launch day, and then the day after, so if you're listening, watching, I've already dropped a video on the channel of about 40 minutes of me just
43
talk,
minutes.
43 minutes, sorry, talking about every single thing that went wrong with a disastrous launch. Probably up there with one of the worst game launches in history. I said it in my video. I think it's probably going to be delisted from online stores very soon. That's my hot take and prediction. The
The
fact that PlayStation are issuing
refunds.
refunds even after people have played it, and PlayStation are very strict on like as soon as you download it and boot it up once, they go, yep, yep, not getting your money
Yeah,
back.
the agreement
Even
is
PlayStation.
if you download the game, you cannot refund it. That's the way Sony
Mm,
works. And the only other time they made an exception for that was Cyberpunk.
yep. I I'll be very surprised if it doesn't get pulled. It's been advertised as a game that functions at 60 frames per second or whatever it is, and on a PS5 and PS5 Pro, you struggle to get maybe 20 frames. It's if you've seen my video, if you've seen my live stream, I don't know. I mean, you've seen it, mate. Did it look bad? Like it
It
looked
looked
worse when I was
it looked rough.
like, yeah, like the video almost makes it look better because I've obviously put it into 4K and stuff, so it looks slightly better. But in person, just imagine it looking even worse. Like it, it man, it just upsets me because I was really looking forward to the game and I was like really optimistic about it. And there was obviously a couple of red flags, but I was like let's just give it a chance, be like glass half full. And it's just so bad. And I think as well, people are like a lot of people that are defending it, and it's almost endless the people that are defending the game for launching half baked. And I'm like, if you brought a car and that car didn't have an engine, so you couldn't drive it, what is the point of you buying the car at full price? And they go, oh no, wait 3 months, 6 months, and I'll give you an engine. Why have you just paid for it? Like I don't
Mm.
understand how you can ship something in such a bad condition. But even if they do fix the bugs, which look awful in terms of like performance and stuff, I still feel like the game itself is just categorically bad. Like it doesn't even have basic functions that you would expect from a game. Like it you can't jump up, you can't dodge or combat roll. There's no hand-to-hand combat. Bearing in mind for context, you're playing as an ex-military person, so you're
Hmm.
quite handy with. You'd expect to be quite handy with things like that. There's no. Just a tiny mini map. It doesn't open up. You can't see
Yeah, I was
your
shocked.
world.
See, when you were talking about it and you were like, you can't open the world map, I was like, what?
Yeah,
An open world game where I can't even see the full map and plan a point where I'm like, alright, okay, so I want to go to this area of the map. Or anything like that. It's just the wee tiny mini map is all you get.
but it's weird because it was like you look back at it and it was can't maybe lost in translation. It was described as a faux open world, so it was like kind of like Mafia in the sense of
Yeah, Mafia
you've
2.
got yeah,
That's the
you've
way I
got
thought it would have been. I think I even said that before it came out.
yeah, but it's like so you've kind of got that open world there, but obviously you've still got your missions to do. But it's literally just the missions. It's like there's a world there, but it's empty. There's nothing to
Hmm.
to do. Like you can't do it. Like even you play 5 hours of the game and then you unlock a free roam mode to then sort of like jump out of the story linear stuff to do a free roam. And it's like even in the free roam mode, you can't walk up to any car and get in it like typical free roam modes. It's like
You kind of steal cars.
yeah, you can't still
Can you like
commandeer cars.
summon your car though? Like a Tesla, you just push a button and it comes towards you
I
like a
mean,
Batmobile.
you've got like your car, but it's like good luck trying to find it. It's just mate, it's just bad. Like even with the bugs, it's just a bad game. Like and the story as well. It was either written by an intern or ChatGPT. I'm sorry. I'm going to spoil the ending, right? There's these weird hieroglyphic things that have infected the AI. That's the whole point of it. But you're
Aliens.
working this out. Aliens or some bullshit. We don't know. Some high sentient power. I think that's a very weird thing to integrate into a futuristic cyberpunk game. But fair enough. Trying to be unique. Um, and this robot has got like this. He's summoned this weird alien bull thing, and he's opened up this massive portal. And the only way to stop this portal is to push the robot in, but you also push yourself into it, and it closes. That's the end of the game. It just cuts. It just cuts with, and I'm like, I was like, what the actual fuck? I was like, what? I knew this game was shit, and I knew the story. Like, I thought if the story was good, like it can kind of redeem the bad gameplay and bugs. But it's so hard to appreciate a story when everything else is shit. And then
Hmm.
you're looking at the story, and it's just there's so many just like holes in it. And you're like, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hard cut to the credits. I'm like,
All right, here's the real question, mate. Right? It's
oh
just me and you.
yeah,
How much did Rockstar pay you to spread these lies about MindsEye?
100 million.
Damn, mate, you get
100
paid well.
Yeah, I got paid by Rockstar. The thing is, mate, I think Rockstar know, like they I know this is a new company or whatever, and it's obviously
So,
got quite the big
real quick, for the
backing.
people that don't know, was it the CEO or something was trying to say that Rockstar had paid people for all these negative reviews to talk shit about the game?
Mate, it's really weird because when I tried to find the source of it, it was like I think it was either co-CEO and then somebody from a different studio was saying I don't think they're doing it. It's like there's been a lots of things lost in translation, but I think the thing that people are running with is the somebody in the higher power of Build a Rocket Boy or whatever the fuck they're called has said that Rockstar are paying people to leave negative reviews. And this is the thing that really annoys me. And it almost goes into The Last of Us as well. Like, when something's bad, there's just like this weird hive mind of bots on the internet. And it's like, you cannot have a discussion with them. And it's like, I'm playing literal fucking garbage in my console. Like my PS5 now stinks of shit from running that game. And people are trying to look at me dead in the face and say this is the best game they've ever played. I love the optimism, but it's like A, you're even being paid to say this is a positive thing, or you've generally never actually played another video game and this is your first experience, so you think it's great. And it's like there's no arguing. It's like I raised a 43-minute video talking about loads of things that happened, and they go, yeah, but it's like groundbreaking. It's added new things, and I've said to people like in Discord communities, what has this game added that is new and groundbreaking? And they go, oh, they've added like a
QTEs.
like No, not cute. The QTEs were interesting. I'll give it to them. Props to that. Like it's like this mind's eye open world where like it's only on PC, by the way, so it's alienated half of the player base on consoles. It's only on PC, and it's like you can basically create missions and create your own worlds within the open world. Cool, right? Fair play. Love the idea, but you're relying on a community of modders to basically make your game better and make their own stories and missions.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on that, these people seem to think that that's a brand new thing. Like the modding community, it's quite common for games to actually, on PC especially, open up those features. And when somebody said that to me,
A
they're
lot of
like,
the times they don't. They don't actually like their game getting modded.
yeah, I know they don't, but like it does happen and it has happened. Like you look at what Skyrim, Fallout, like it, even like some of the Fallout mods have come to console, so it's not like a
Mm-hmm. Bethesda have started to accept it in like the last 5 years or so.
yeah, it's like I get it. It's like it's a cool thing, but it's not like it's revolutionary. And it's like when I go, "What is this game doing that's groundbreaking?" and they say that, I go, "It's not. Other people have done it." And focus on making a good single player game. Don't rely on just basically giving an open source game to people. That's what it is.
So you wouldn't recommend it then, mate? I shouldn't
Oh no, you should
shouldn't go
definitely
buy
go
it.
out and buy. You should go out and buy MindsEye. I think it's game of the
Use
year
the
for me
affiliate
personally.
link for your stream.
Use the affiliate link down below. I love MindsEye. I love Build a Rocket Boy. The fact that two people left the company that were in high
Days
powers a
before it.
week before, yeah, before launch is fantastic. Again, bit of a red flag. They didn't give out any review copies to
Yeah.
journalists. That always, it's either one of the two. It's like,
I don't
let's
think
say
that's
GTA
ever
6.
ended well.
Like you go, proven. You probably don't want people getting their grubby hands on it to leak the story. Like you just, do you know what I mean? Like I can understand if you're trying to protect your product and you got something really good, and then on the other side of the fence is you all know that this is a like, really bad, so you don't want people to get it. Like you almost want to let suckers pay for it,
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing, before the reviews filter out. And of course, those reviews of people not liking it is being paid by somebody. So crazy time we live in.
Yeah, if
But
the usually you get like the review embargo. If the review embargo is like the day of the game comes out, then you know it's going to be shit. And if they've not even gave it review copies like a week before, that's another
yeah.
sign it's going to be shit. There's never been a game that's came out like that and ended up being good. There's a reason they hide it for so long, and that's to try and get the pre-orders in. And it's a perfect example of why you don't pre-order games unless you know it's something consistent. FIFA, COD, that's the same year after year.
And even then, I don't recommend pre-ordering them. I say pre-order it a day before, so maybe you get your little skins or whatever, like the bonuses. Like if you care about that. If you don't, then don't, because it's like you shouldn't be giving your money like months in advance to the developers because they're just going to probably disrespect you like a lot of the time, which they already do. But yeah, it's I'm riled up, mate. I'm really passionate on the topic and riled up, and I think as well that I there's like a Discord server for MindsEye, and there's a lot of accounts that have been created today, like day of recording, that are brand new accounts, and it's like they're saying the same thing. So they're like bots. They're talking about, oh, we actually really love that the game's
Seen there
capped at
was an
30
update.
frames a second, and an update and stuff. But like they're saying these things, and then everyone in the chat is like, oh, we think these are like the devs or like people from the company making Discord accounts and coming in to try and like say that
Grassroot a
this good.
movement that it's actually really
Yeah,
good and all the
like, and
updates
I'm
have
just
fixed
like,
it.
oh, I'm just like, it's honestly it's a
Just a
bizarre. I
mess.
would, mate, I would love to speak to one of the devs on it. To be
I
honest
hope
with
one
you,
of them
like,
watched your stream. That would have been
I hope
hilarious.
so. Mate, I hope so, because you tweeted them, didn't you? I was definitely on that big screen in the office, 100%.
Mate,
100%
I
they
thought it
saw
was
me.
just so funny how it's like I told you to clip it and like make a TikTok out, where you're like, "Oh, the devs will be welcome in, devs," and then it's like 2 seconds later, it's like from like Gary 206, I just cancelled my pre-order. Good mate, you've dodged a fucking bullet.
Mate, the biggest shock for me is that they splurged the budget in the opening cutscene, right? And you then jump into the gameplay after about 10 minutes of. Oh, some of it was gorgeous, other of it had kind of weird, like mouths not moving issues with the cutscenes, but they still looked okay. And then you just jump into the game, and it's like it's a completely different like they just don't match. Like the cutscenes don't match the gameplay. Like sometimes it's
Oh,
seamless.
it's
Like
really
and
clear that it's pre-rendered. It's not in game.
yeah,
That's
and
like
like
some fucking PS3, PS2 shit, man.
yeah, and I mean we saw my reaction on the stream. Part of it's in the video, and I was like the genuine shock on my face when I spawned in as Jacob for the first time, and I was like, I was speechless. I was like, what? Like feels like I'm playing as a block of Lego here. Like it was.
Mate, I feel so bad for that actor. He's only been in like 2 games, Mafia
It was
3
in Mafia, yeah.
and fucking MindsEye, and they're both absolute ass.
The thing is, though, his performance was really like it was a good
Aye,
performance.
he
Like, I
was
can't knock
decent
it.
in Mafia 3. He needs a fucking
Yeah,
new agent, is what he needs.
yeah. Well, people said stop taking on soldiers coming back from war with PTSD.
Aye.
Maybe you'll be onto a hit, but I mean that's one of the saving graces is that for the most part the voice acting or mocap whatever like it was actually decent for the most part. There was a couple of side characters that were a bit iffy, but main cast decent.
Good.
But yeah, I got the platinum. I don't know if I'm in the top 50 or 30 yet. I don't know, and I really
I checked
don't care.
last night and there was 47 people with a platinum. Because I was checking to see
Okay.
if you'd platinumed it, and then I was like, oh, you don't show up on the leaderboards.
Yeah.
Because you're a
Maybe
big, dirty
anonymous.
cheater.
Yeah, I may hide that again so I go back onto leaderboards. But yeah, it's mate, I've honestly just never felt more drained from like it's generally like sucked my soul. And it's made me because I didn't really get on with the Devil May Cry games, and it's almost given me an appreciation. While I didn't like them and I thought bad is now a strong word considering that I've played MindsEye like a genuinely bad game. I'm like I've kind of gone into things so much more open-minded, being this could be so much worse.
And
Like
you
I'm
were
actually
calling stuff
grateful.
shit, but now you've actually tasted shit, and you're going,
Yeah,
maybe it
I'll have some
wasn't.
of that shit. That shit tastes nicer.
Yeah.
That's fresh shit. Like yeah, mate. But I'm gonna unbox Expedition 33. I need to play a good game. It's still in its wrapper from
Mate,
weeks ago when I
oh,
bought
you've
it.
already
So
bought it. I was
yeah,
going to say that
it's been on
Oblivion.
sale.
I messaged you that Oblivion went on sale. Because
Yeah,
I
I
remember you
saw.
were looking at that as like a game to play.
Yeah, 50 quid down to 40. Don't think it's a good saving, but I feel like I'm
No
just gonna play
enough.
Expedition 33 and then just hope for another sale. But yeah, Mind's Eye, one of the best games to come out and one of the worst launches ever known to humankind. Do we
Well,
know?
speaking
Yeah,
of
well,
worst video game launches, what else you got? Any other bad video game launches?
I think about Concord, and I think I'd rather take Concord's release
Mate, I thought we would have
over.
seen Concord at State of Play. I know we'll talk
I
about State
was,
of Play later, but
yeah, I was thinking that as well. I thought it was probably about time, but it, yeah,
maybe they have
I,
just totally canned it. I don't actually know
maybe.
much about. Like, I just remember seeing Concord and being like, I'm not interested at all. What about the launch? It was like just so bad.
Yeah, I think the problem with Concord was it was what a full price game, so 60 quid or whatever. I know full price games vary. So it was a full price game, but it was what is it like a hero shooter or something like that? It's like it's not
Well, like Overwatch, which is free to play.
exactly that. So it's like almost you've got a free to play game on paper, but you're charging a premium sort of thing. And I feel like that's where the biggest kind of problem was, which put a lot of people off. And it's like people aren't really they're not really interested in that stuff too much anymore. Like you've got your loyal fan bases to Overwatch, your Call of Duty war zones. It's like very hard to come into the market and then to charge a premium for it was just a bizarre choice. In terms of how the game run and stuff, I can't comment because I wasn't lucky enough to play it. But I'd imagine maybe it had some kind of teething issues with maybe servers and things like that. But it, you know, got
Mate,
delisted within a matter of time, and so it's a disastrous launch.
Battlefield 2042. That's like a game I think of when I think like a bad launch. Because, mate, I bought, what's the EA Play? I bought like the premium version of that, so I didn't need to actually buy the game. And
Yeah,
obviously I'm playing it on PC. And I remember having a bug, and like a bunch of people had it, where it was like I could look left and right with the mouse, but I can't look up and down. So like whatever
you
that
don't need
is,
to
your
look up and
X.
down.
I know you don't. Just left and
You
right is
don't.
fine. And I remember being
Yeah,
like,
of
"What the
course.
fuck?" And like typing in the chat, what the fuck's
Can't
going on?
see.
Like the kind of, and it's like, oh, you need to go into your files and delete this. Watch a YouTube video by this guy, and I'm like, right, okay, watch. So it's like then you need to go into your files, find something, delete it, and then it works, but then it ends up resetting again. So it's like after a few games, I kind of look up and down. Mate, Battlefield 2042 was an absolute mess. Same with, you never had a scoreboard. No scoreboard at all. There was no voice chat either. I think there was no
That's
voice chat.
weird.
I'm fairly
That's
confident there
weird.
was no voice chat. Um, and you could drive, like hovercrafts.
Mm.
You could drive them straight vertical up a building. So it's like, see if you
Oh,
like hit a wee ramp or something, you could just hit it and then ride it straight up to the very roof and just camp on a roof with a hovercraft. Like, mate, the game was an absolute fucking state. To be fair, Battlefield 4 had issues, but it was more like
yeah, it was
server issues.
server. Yeah.
Same with Battlefield 3, it's like a kind of consistent thing. Battlefield, you buy it at launch, it's going to be in rough shape, and then it ends up getting better over time. Mate, Battlefield 4 was a fucking amazing game. But that's like the
I
only
mean,
game that I played that was like really bad at launch. Because like I've got it written down here, like Assassin's Creed Unity is like known as like a terrible launch. Mate, I played through that entire story. Nothing. No
yeah, I
bugs,
didn't.
no nothing
Yeah,
wrong at all.
I remember seeing like the googly eye sort of whatever
On
happened. I don't
Twitter.
know what that's called. Yeah, what's that? Is there a name for that when like obviously the character models? Because
No,
it's
don't
happened.
know.
It happened in MindsEye as well, by the way. Like quite a lot I've seen online, but I don't know what the name for that is. But when you see the picture of like the eyeballs sort of sunken into the head or going left and right, like or whatever that is, I'm trying to. Yeah, AC Unity. I never had any issues. I feel like maybe a crash, but I feel like games crashing. It's just it can happen, can't
I
it?
never
Like
even
it's
had that. Same with Mass Effect Andromeda is known as like a really shit launch, and I was like, I never had any. The game was bad. I remember like the story being, I was really disappointed with, but in terms of like
yeah.
technical performance, there was no issues. Cyberpunk 2077, I played that on
But
PC.
oh, was it fine on PC?
It was
Or
absolutely fine on PC. I had one issue, and it was like I'm driving down a main street, then like 60 or something like that, and then just out a neighbour because it was like a side mission thing. Like two cop cars appear out of literally thin air, and I just fucking boom, slam into it, and then it's like the police are after me, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But that was like, mate, literally the only issue I had with Cyberpunk, and I played it at launch.
yeah, I played Cyberpunk at launch and I played it on PS5. Obviously, it released as a PS that generation, but you could play it on PS5 and the performance and that was a lot better. It did like I'd say the thing with Cyberpunk that I noticed was it crashed quite a lot was the issue. In terms of like actual glitches, I think there was like one instance where I was like in a car park and like a car just like crashed through and like just destroyed and exploded everything in the vicinity. One like, obviously it's not ideal, but it's like you can kind of be like, oh
And
okay,
like
if it's
shit
not the entire
happens sometimes.
yeah, like it happens. It's not like the entire blooming frame rates are stuttering all over the place
Mm.
like mine's eye. But my one of my friends did play it on PS4, and he was like, I can't play it. Like like it's crash. Like he's like, I can't even like it's just crashing constantly. So I think playing it on PS5, slight advantage there for some weird reason that it worked at launch. But yeah, that's like mate. You look at Mind's Eye in comparison to Cyberpunk, and I think I would take day one version of Cyberpunk over Mind's Eye any day. It's like hands down still better. I think GTA 5 on PS3 still has more life in it than Mind's Eye.
Damn. Mate,
But
GTA is one as well, where it's like, that
especially
gets
GTA
shit on.
Online.
The trilogy, the
Yeah, what happened
Grove
with the
Street.
GTA trilogy?
I just remember the rain was really bad. I can't remember what else was wrong with it. But I remember it was like the rain was like torrential and it fucked up the screen to a point where you literally can't see in. So it's like you're driving and it's like, my vision's gone. I can't see in. I'm fucked.
Was that the only thing? Or was there more
No, there was
to it?
more. I just don't remember it because I
Don't,
never
yeah.
played it at launch. I was
Yeah,
interested
I've
in it, but
seen.
not that much.
I was gonna say, I think I've seen clips of the rain in it. Like that does. I've got a vivid memory of just seeing that, and it does look like a nightmare. But the on the topic, I say topic, we've passed it. But like speaking of EA games, I'm pretty sure Battlefront 2 is that not done by EA, the Star
Yeah,
Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah, so that had server issues when it launched, but then it also had what was it like the paywall for
Aye,
crates and
so it
stuff?
was like, instead of the way it would be with normal games where it's like you level up, like level up your recon class and you get the snipers that unlock. They never had anything like that. So for like guns and abilities and like throwables, everything, it was like a loot crate you opened, and that loot crate could have a gun, it could have throwables, abilities, all that shit got unlocked in the crates. So it was just your luck, whatever you got, it didn't matter. And also, it's one of the ones where it's like you can spend real money, or else you try and level up, but it takes ages. So people just they wanted you to spend money. There was something about that as well, like a pure famous quote: sense of achievement or something. It's like the most downvoted comment on Reddit of all time or something.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Sense of pride and accomplishment.
What, is that the quote?
Yeah.
Or is it the person that said? Oh.
That's the quote. The biggest controversy that sent Reddit into a riot was EA's infamous pride and accomplishment comment. Inspired weeks of memes about EA.
EA really do know how to make games, don't they?
Yeah, they know how to piss people off, mate. They're fucking class at that. Speaking of EA, they done SimCity.
That really hurts my brain listening to how that launched and how that fucked over the fans.
Oh, mate.
Like that.
I remember Total Biscuit, God rest his soul, R.I.P. Big Man. But like he was fucking like getting tore right into EA over it. So for those that don't know, it's like SimCity. Mate, I don't think there'd been like a SimCity game for like 10, maybe 15 years. Because it was
like 99 or something.
Like, it was like really old PC. Because I remember like my uncle was pure into it. He was into like SimCity 2000 and like wasn't it SimCity Golf, but it was like Sim Golf or something like that. And it's like you could create your own wee golf course and shit like that. Anyway, mate, so it'd been ages since a new SimCity game had come out. People will love that world city building kind of thing. And they made it, you had to have connection and online server to play the single player game. But the servers weren't strong enough. So, mate, day one, servers are down. And I think it was like for a solid week or something like that, you could not play this game, despite it being a single player game. And I remember Total Biscuit, who was like a big PC gaming guy back in the day, just tore into them for it. It was absolutely mental.
I mean, obviously a lot of games now do probably require an internet connection in some capacity to get it off of the ground, which I do think is a problem in gaming. But obviously it's not as bad. Like, you can probably still play the majority of games on a console, can't you? I know that's obviously a PC game, but some of them do creep in where it's like, you need to have an online connection. You know, you need this day one patch or something.
Mm-hmm. And it's got the DRM shit.
Yeah, but Mate, go on.
On you go. I was gonna mention Fallout 76.
Yeah, you got
how shit that game was, and that was one where like I seen it coming as well. I was like, "Ooh, Fallout Online, don't see that going well," and I ended up no. Because mate, I'd actually totally forgot about like how bad it was. There was like no humans. It was only like robots, and it was just constant fetch quests. So it's like you don't even talk or like interact with people. It's just like, right, you run up to a wee robot, and the robot's like, you need to go find me 15 of these things on the other side of the map. And they should go do it. And it was like there was like next to no story for what everybody was saying. It was literally just constant fetch quests the whole time.
I don't want to say pay to win, but wasn't there some kind of like premium paid element to do with like servers or something as well? Like I don't know if I played it right at launch, but there was something.
I know you can.
It was trying to sell me something. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was like I don't know if it was at launch or near. It was around that time, but there was just something. It was like I was playing, and it was like it almost felt like I was on a free trial. That's kind of how the game felt to me, and I was like, oh, I don't really vibe with this, amongst various other things. It was just a weird kind of. I can't explain it.
I remember the collector's edition because I like my collector's editions, and that was an absolute mess. Where it was I wrote it down. The military canvas bag ended up being cheap nylon, but your influencers, like your YouTubers, Twitch streamers, they get the proper military canvas bag and were showing it off, and everybody was like, what the fuck? It's advertised as the canvas bag and you've sent me this fucking cheap shit. So they were like, you know what, we're sorry, see if you fill out this form, fill out the ticket, we'll get it dealt with. However it was, I don't think it got hacked. I think it was something to do with the way the info was stored. You could easily go in and see everybody else's information that they'd put in. Like they never encrypted it or whatever it is. Like, I'm not a pure fucking super hacker geek.
Yeah.
It wasn't encrypted, so it was just stored in like plain text. and it was like you could go in and then see everybody's information, and obviously the information you need to put in is like your full name, address, all that kind of shit. So that was like a whole big thing. And then to make up for it, Bethesda was like, "We're really sorry. Here's some like Fallout coins," but the Fallout coins wasn't enough to like actually buy in. So say it's like 600 coins to buy the cheapest item in the store. They were like,
Yeah.
"Here's 598 coins. Take a fuck to yourself."
Oh mate, that is abysmal. Like, ugh, that
But yeah, that was.
that's not really bad.
I remember
It,
that one.
again, I've got one here, No Man's Sky, and the one I'm going to say after this is kind of similar, but I've never played it, but it's always been something that's piqued my interest, and I know it's like a cyberpunk situation where it's obviously a lot better now because it's had time to cook in the oven, and it's obviously got where it's needed to be, and all of the money that the game has made, they've just pumped straight back into it, which I can admire. I think it's great, but I feel like that I don't know how much you know about it, but around launch, it was almost a mismatch of expectations to kind of what was described the game was going to be, and almost like overselling of the game. And it's like when people got it, it was like, oh, this is not what you said it was going to be.
I think it was like worlds were like super barren and like just wastelands, boring as shit. And it was
Yeah,
also, I can't mind what the word would be, but it's like randomly generated was what it was supposed to be. Every planet's randomly generated with animals and all that stuff. And they were showing like the trailer footage and or like Gamescom footage, whatever it is. And he's like, "This is just a random planet that we've landed on. This hasn't been created by us. This has been created by the AI that creates all the planets and all that stuff." And that turned out to be a lie. That it wasn't like fucking just randomly AI made this planet. They designed it
yeah,
themselves, and the game was meant to be boring as shit. But they added like
yeah.
co-op and stuff like that. It's meant to be
I was gonna
decent
say now, I
it's
think
meant to be
now
good.
it's in like a really good place. It's to the point where it's like I've watched a few videos of people playing it. I think it's got a platinum as well. Actually, I think it's quite reasonable to get. Like I've watched things about it. I'm
Yeah,
like it seems if you can set some time aside, it does seem like it could be worth the investment now. But also, I'm going to say another one. I'm not going to give you a chance to jump in here. Just on the kind of overselling Starfield. What happened with that launch? Like
I don't even know.
it
I was like, mate,
came and gone,
Bethesda are the most
came and gone.
overrated game developers ever, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it
It's
like
just the same shit over and over again.
yeah. I mean, I hope the new Elder Scrolls game will be good, but
When they get my
you
hopes up.
know, yeah. But yeah, like from what I saw of it as well, like I brought a Series S or whatever the fucker behind me is to play
Mm-hmm.
Starfield, and actually just ended up never playing it because I was like, what the fuck is like it looked quite dated, didn't it? It's like they tried to make such a big world and tried to have what was it like unlimited, similar to No Man's Sky, like just so many planets and things, and it's like when you actually looked at it, it's like they've done way too much, and it's like the graphics
I think
are
the
quite
story was meant
dated.
to be really bad as well.
Yeah, yeah, the story was quite bad. The characters as well were meant to be quite flat, you could say, lackluster, lacked
Mm.
the jazz, um, and like the exploration as well. From what I've read, people weren't the biggest. Like it was just boring, sort of. Again, like No Man's Sky, promising all of these really cool planets and environments, and it's like you get to it, and it's just like, well, this is boring. This is the same thing. Like I'm just repeating the same things over and
Mm.
over. Because it was a game that like really. I mean, I brought a console for it, so I'm the one that got scammed there, and I've not even played it on Game Pass sort of thing. And it's like it's almost like I want it to come to PS5, but it's like I don't know if it ever will because I just don't feel like it
Imagine it will.
performed. Like I mean, it, I hope it's weird. It's like I hope it does, but I'm like, do I even want to play it? Because it just seems like they've
In
forgotten about it as well.
in
Like
like a
I
year
don't
or
think they've.
two's time, when all the DLC is out, you'll get Starfield Complete Edition, and it'll be
Are they
free on
still
Game Pass, and we'll spend £70 on it.
are they still doing DLCs? I feel like it's kind of just been forgotten about by
I feel like they
Bethesda
did
though.
do a DLC.
I feel like no, they did definitely do a DLC, but I feel like there's just been radio silence ever since that piece of DLC. You'll need to educate me, Xbox people, down in the comments and what your thoughts are on it, 'cause it's hard to say when I
We'll need
can
to get
only
an
use it.
Xbox fanboy on here.
We will.
Let
We'll
him
need to
speak for them.
interrogate. Yeah, give the Xbox people a voice.
I've only got one other game left, and that is The Day Before. which is one of the ones.
Ending on a banger, mate.
Which is one of the ones where I'm like, how the fuck did you not see that was going to be absolute bullshit? What? How did everybody fall for the hype? See, when it came out and everybody was like, they fucking scammed us. I'm like, are you fucking new here? Like, how did you not see this fucking coming? Like, everything that was happening with it. First off, open world MMO zombie survival game in early access. How many of those have you seen on Steam? Fucking millions. And how many of them have came good? None. Mate, they're all shit. I don't know what it is that people just get like super hyped up for it. And then there was
the trailer as well was the weirdest. That's the thing with the Lamborghinis, isn't it?
The stuff with the trailers where it was like they'd been copying Call of Duty and The Last of Us trailers, like shot for shot, just straight up copying it. And all the gameplay, even when I seen the gameplay, I remember looking at it and being like, doesn't it look real? Like, remember there was a game we were talking about that get announced on like Twitter, and it was like medieval. Was it like medieval Birmingham or something like that? And we're looking at it and we're like, that's not real gameplay. You can just tell.
It had zombies in, right? That's the one. Was it Zombies of the Plague? Yeah. It looked cool, but as you said, it was like, you look at it, you go, that's not a real game. That's like a glorified CGI tech demo thing, isn't it?
So it's like, mate, I don't know how people never seen it with that as well. But that was like The Division meets The Last of Us, which is what I'd hoped Last of Us 3 or the online thing would have been. Last of Us Factions, is that what they called it?
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping that would be. But yeah, mate, just super ambitious. If it seems too good to be true, ladies and gentlemen, it's too good to be true. But yeah, the day before.
GG's. Not as bad as MindsEye though. That's the real scam.
You think?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I got a creator code and I felt scammed. I feel sorry for people that spent their hard-earned money. That's all I've got to say. I think that's my biggest gripe when it comes to companies. I don't want to say exploiting people, but like not just not being transparent about a product and taking people's hard-earned money. I think that's the thing that really gets to me. And then you get some people defending. It's not the developers' fault. It's obviously the higher ups and like the people that are making these decisions. It's like you're really defending like the millionaire that doesn't even care about you, that you've just filled his pockets.
Yeah.
Like what? Why? Like you're part of this problem of feeding into it. But anywho, talk to me about something a lot nicer. You went on a road trip, did you not?
I don't know, mate. I done a new video, and mate, there's a lot of stuff that I would have done different. A lot of stuff I did. Mate, first off, doing an 8-hour drive in jeans, that was a fucking mistake. I was like, you know what? Because I'm going to be out in public, I don't really like wearing trackies, unless it's like walking the dog, jumping to a shop for a few minutes. I prefer wearing my jeans, and I was like, I'm going to be out in public. Mate, road trip, 8-hour road trip with jeans was a fucking mistake. And then I'm on a nature trail in jeans. And I was like, I just feel
was it hot on like humid?
It was dead muggy, so it was like super cloudy, but fucking roasting.
Yeah, mate, in jeans, just fucking sweaty bollocks central.
Mate, it was fucking rough, mate. But
I've got to say, like, fantastic video, by the way. Like, I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, because it's one of the ones where I was like, I wanted to do it again to do it proper, because I didn't think it was that good. The video, I was like, there was so much shit I could have done better. First off, getting the portal to work would have been a great start.
That would have been a great start, yeah. What else do you think like could have been done different? 'Cause
finding more stuff today, like the challenges, activities thing, exploring more. But like, I feel like I want to go somewhere else, so it'll be like actually taking in wherever it is that I travel to. Mate, even like dumb shit like my lips were dry as fuck in the video. Mate, see when I watch it, it's one of the ones where it's like, I don't know if it's just like I'm pure self-conscious about it. It's just and nobody even picks it up. Mate, my lips were dry as fuck, and then like kind of cut. Cause mate, I never like drank anything the whole time. See, cause I had Shug. I was like, cause I've got him, I can't be like going into public toilets or anything like that, and I can't leave him in the car. So I was like,
up a tree, do what he does.
Mate, I should have just fucking pulled into, in hindsight, like no, I would have just pulled into a lay-by and fucking pissed on the side of the road. Like, everybody's fucking done it before. But I was like, I can't drink any water. Like, I don't want to be drinking hundreds of fucking juice and then I'm bursting for a piss. So mate, I never drank the entire time until on the way back down. Like mate, I was falling asleep like on the road. I was like, oh, I'm so fucking tired. Like pure like, and one of the ones where it's like, no, when you start getting tired and your foot gets heavy. There was one point where it's like, mate, I didn't even realise I was doing 80 and a 60. I was like, oh, fucking, and I looked in, I just seen the 80. I was like, oh, fuck. Because, mate, it was a average speed camera section. And I was like,
Oof.
oh, shit. So then it was like, fucking dropped it right down. I'm like, I might be getting a letter in the door. I was
Yeah.
like, fingers crossed I don't. But I was like, ah, shit, fucked up. Aye, there was that. Try and think what else there was. Mate, there was I don't know. I feel like it was an absolute mess in a video. I feel like
Uh,
next time I'd try and organise it better.
yeah.
Also, it
I
didn't
mean,
help that Inverness. I don't think I did a good job of explaining it, but it's like it's like the Loch Ness. I'll call it the visitor centre. That's not what it was, but because the visitor centre is way further down. But it's the visitor centre, which is where like, I went into the gift shop. I've done the wee video beside Nessie. Just up from that, there was a car crash, so the road gets shut. So then I was like, I'll come back down to let the wee town drum the draw kit. And then when I was coming back down, the road gets shut behind me, so I couldn't even go back up to let that wee bit. You're muted. Oh no, you're not. You're fine.
no, yeah, I was gonna say like I'm not muted, but I was trying to speak. Maybe I just wasn't projecting loud enough. Yeah, mate, I was looking at it and I was like, this scenery is actually like beautiful. What did you buy a camera for it, or was it your phone?
No, that was my phone. So mate, that was another thing where I was like, I wanted. So like when I was videoing me and then being like, here's the tug fucking about. That was my iPhone 15. And mate, it's my first video in 4K as well. It took fucking ages to render. I don't even know how long it took. I ended up just going to sleep and being like, hopefully it's done. And it ended up it was done, but mate, it took fucking forever. But
How much memory do you have on your phone? Sorry, I'm distracting you here, but because whenever I try
not a
to
lot.
record, like that's what I mean. It's like when you record on 4K on an iPhone, like you can. I know how much footage you can probably record, and it seemed like you had like, a lot of footage. I was like, how the fuck has he pulled this off? I was like, you must have done this with a camera, surely, but no, like it, mate. It looks like quality wise, like absolutely
So
fantastic. Like the
I've
mic
got
you got as well is good.
128 gigabytes of storage I've got on this, and I think
Oh
I
yeah,
used
same
about
as me then.
I think I used about 20.
Oh wow, okay.
But see the driving footage that was in
Yeah.
1080p. That was my iPhone 11 that I just hooked up and put on it. But mate, the battery on that fucking died. I think I got like 2 hours of footage of me driving, but I never get any like up Loch Ness. It was mate, I pulled in, and that's when like I was like, I just kind of wanted to include it because I thought it was funny. Like when the guy nearly goes into the back of me. I
Yeah.
kind of mind what it is I said, but when I pull in, I'm like, you fucking seen me indicating brake, you fucking wank, or something like that. And then
Yeah.
he
I think
goes
you called him a
past.
cunt actually. I don't know.
Don't
There
think,
was
was
like
it a
there
cunt?
was I think it was because it was really funny because whatever you said, there was like you had the radio on and it was like such a happy song, and then
Yeah,
you like fucking like that. I was like, that's actually jokes. Like,
because there was also other shit where it's like I was singing along because mate, it was such like see me driving up versus down. It was two totally different. Like me driving up, it's like all happy, like fun stuff, and it's like Lewis Capaldi comes on at one point, and I'm like Lewis son, so I'm like singing, and then it's like I go. It's a pleasure doing business for you, Lewis, son. And then another Lewis Capaldi song comes on right after it, and I'm like, on you go then. And I'm just pure singing my wee heart out. And then on the way back then, it was like the script, the fray, shit like that, just depressing shit. Just built my
but have
heart out,
you?
man.
I don't know what the film's called, but it's got Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. And have you seen it where they're just in the car? It's like that. It
I've
always
seen
gets
the meme.
memed.
I've
Just
seen the
of
meme by
them,
them.
like I can imagine that. Just
Um,
for the drive.
I wish I had more driving footage, but at the same time, I don't know where I would have put it
Yeah.
in the
Man, I can't
video.
believe you went past Jimmy Savile's house. Or what was his
Yeah,
house?
that
That
was
was a
one
nice
where
bit of lore.
I was like, did I just like do the voiceover it? Oh, and by the way, this is Jimmy Savile's house, and I was like, nah, it might be funner if I just do the editor Chris. This is Jimmy Savile's house.
Yeah.
um, there was our shit where it's like I wish I recorded as well. Where it's like I think I told you about it, but when I was leaving that King's House hotel, which by the way made £10 an hour for fucking parking, it's
Ridiculous.
fucking madness. But it's like as I was pulling out, so it's like I'm driving down this like wee back road, but they're hiking on it, like they're walking to like the start of the West Highland Way, and it's like my car's loud as fuck because it's a piece of shit, not because it's like something amazing, right? and I'm driving. You can hear it, and people are turning around, looking, and going, "All right, okay, going to the side of the road so I can go past." And this lassie just turned back, looked at me, and kept walking. I was like, "The fuck?" Beep beep, pamped, and then she turned round and kept walking a wee bit, and then finally pulled in. And I was like, "Aye, when you feel like it, you're fucking boot." And she's just like pure death staring at me, and I'm like, "The fuck's her fucking problem?" Driving down, and I get to like the next group, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, that window was down." She fucking heard me calling her a boot. But
No, that's actually funny though. Should
there
have added
was
that.
there
Give
was
us a
that.
behind the scenes.
Mate, I wish I had that on footage. And there was like a Norwegian guy that I met. Like, see, when I'd done the nature trail, I came back, and this Norwegian guy just came up, and I'm like in the car. I just put my music on. I'd had the window down a wee bit, and he just stood at the window, and I was like, "All right, mate." I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Do you know?" I can't even do like a fucking Danish accent, but he's like, "Can we get to like the lock for here?" And I was like, "I don't know, cause like I never went far enough, cause it's like it comes to a river, which mate I couldn't even record the river, cause there was like an American family." I was like, "I don't know, I never went far enough, but you'll need to get your feet wet," kind of thing. And he was like, "Okay," and then he just stood there, and I was like, "This cunt's wanting like a fucking conversation with one of the locals, I take it." And I was like, "So where you from then?" He's like, Denmark." And I was like, "Oh, right, aye. Eric Sviatchenko." That's how fucking dumb I am. I'm just like, "Mate, Eric Sviatchenko." And he's like, "Who?" I was like, "Centre back, played for Celtic." I was like, "Oh, mate, what a boy he was." And he's like, "I don't know him, I'm sorry." And I was like, "Ah, it's fine." And then he just kind of stood there awkward and was like, "Oh, bye." And I was like, that's one of the most awkward fucking exchanges ever. But
I was gonna say us UK folks aren't the chattiest of people, are we? Like
no, I
in
wasn't.
basically every other European country, you probably actually just have an easy conversation there. But it's something about us. We are the
I
problem.
was, yeah, I was not interested in a conversation with him. I was like, I just want to fucking
Yeah.
get going. But I'm like, right, Danish. How do I strike a conversation with a Danish person? Eric Sviatchenko. There you go. Mate, I could have done somebody more relevant, like fucking Casper Schmeichel or something. He's Danish.
Maybe.
Matt O'Reilly. That'd have been a smart move, but Eric Sviatchenko was the first one that came to my head. Mate, I'm trying to think what else there was. It's one of the ones where it's like I feel like it could have been done so much better, and I feel like the next time I do it, it will be, hopefully.
Yeah, I was gonna say hindsight. I think that it was a good tester, sort of, to kick it off, and I mean, I hope it's been received well because I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think as well, just seeing that, like, just seeing how beautiful Scotland was as well. I just thought was really cool, and obviously, there's so many other places in the world that you can see that are just going to look as amazing. I think one thing that would be really cool to see is, do you know how when you're actually playing the game and you're kind of in that castle and you're just like doing your jumps and stuff, like whether that, I'm pretty sure that castle exists, doesn't it? Like, could you go into the, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
go
that was
into
one of
it
the
and
things.
see.
Taking Shug kind of handicapped me.
Yeah.
Because like, I couldn't take him in because no dogs were allowed in.
Yeah.
Same way, there was like a Nessie museum or something, and they were like, you can bring dogs in if it's quiet, but it's too full today. Like you can't bring the dog in. And I was like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mate, do you know what you need to do? You just need. I know you mentioned about like the service dog in the video, but you just needed to full send it and say that he was. Like,
mate, he's not smart enough.
yeah, but like,
God bless
just
him.
do it. I was in Matthew McConaughey's book Green Lights. He talks about him and his brother. They sort of go on this weekend for like a golfing like hotel retreat thing, and his brother has a dog that he's brought with him. And his brother's driven the car, by the way, and he gets out and they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir, like you're not allowed any dogs." And he's like, "Oh yeah," like full confidence. It's a service dog. And like they just don't question it at all. And like they're like, "Are you sure about this?" And then it's like it's just basically just the confidence of saying, "Oh yeah, it's a service dog." No one's gonna challenge it.
I think it's one of the ones if he behaved better, I could sell it, but he's not.
He's a little mister, is he?
Yeah, mate, he's way too social. Like he fucking loves meeting people. He just fucking goes bonkers for it. But I mean, it never even ended up being like a full tank of petrol. I've still got some petrol in the car.
Really?
Yeah, £65 it was to fill up the tank, which I was like, that's not as bad as what I thought it would have been. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do more. Oh, mate, the video actually didn't do that well, but it's like, it's weird. So it's like the last I seen it, it was like 50 views, right? 50 views with 11 likes and no dislikes, with a 10% click through rate, which is like the highest I've ever had. And it's like everybody's like pure positive on the video, and then like pure high click through rate, but it's only got 50 views, and I'm like, it's just not getting pushed by YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's very. I don't know what I could do to try and fix it.
Yeah, mate. I've had I've had the opposite in my videos. My two recent videos, I've had like a 1.9 click through rate, but it's given me an exclamation mark and it said, "Don't
It's
worry."
pushed it to more than usual.
Yeah, like pushed it. I was like, I don't know though. Like, I still
Mm-hmm.
think it might be suffering it, but that's a
It's
10%
very
click through rate. I don't know why that's
10%
not
click through rate, and like 11 out of the 50 people that have watched it have liked it, and I'm like, it's very weird. It's not getting pushed by YouTube, but it is what it is. Like I said, I think I'm
Just
gonna,
let it cook. Let it
yeah,
cook.
I think I'm gonna do another one, but do it proper. The only thing is where I'm gonna go, because
That
I've
was my next question. Where? Talk to us. Give us the scoop.
first week in July.
Oh
I think
yeah.
I finish work the 27th of this month. Yeah, 27th is my last day, and then I'm off for 2 weeks. But the second week in July, I can't get anybody to like watch Shug, so it's the 28th of June till like the 6th of July. I can do something, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. Because first I was like Dublin. I've always wanted to go to Dublin. I think that would be cool, but it's fucking expensive. Like flights are cheap, but actually staying there is expensive, and London's the same. I was thinking
Yeah.
London because the thing with Dublin is there's only really two games. I can do Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is like old fucking like DLC kind of shit, so it's not like I can't go to like a city. Or Siphon Filter 3, which is set in the docks of Dublin, which sounds cool until I'm fighting the IRA. So it's like me going to
Yeah.
Ireland to do a video and be like, hey guys, I'm going to the Dublin docks to fight the IRA.
Vlogging.
Yeah. Don't think that would go
Yeah.
down too well. I don't know if I'd want to do that. London's got like a fuck ton of like games and stuff I could like pick from, but that's fucking expensive as well. Let's say
Do-
I could get like a bus into London, but see like the hotels, it's expensive. And then I'm comparing that to like Prague. I can go to Prague, I can go to like Krakow, I can go to Budapest
Mate,
for
it's
like way
oh
cheaper, and also it'll be
yeah.
cheaper to do shit over there as well.
And you'd probably have a lot more fun. I
Mm.
don't know what it is, but just going outside of the UK, as fun as it is. I know
But
Ireland's not the UK, sorry, but
here's the thing. I've never been on a plane. I've never been out the country. I've been to London once when I was a kid. So like it's
never been.
totally
Oh, okay.
I've never been on a plane or anything, mate. So then that on my own, I'm like, that'd be an experience. I mean, I'm down to
You like,
that. I just need to find where I'm going.
yeah, do you like roller coasters?
No.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like roller coasters, but I'm saying if you like roller coasters, then you're probably not. It. Do you like driving fast in your car? Do you like fast
Yeah,
cars?
mate. Love doing that.
Yeah,
Because that was
like
one thing. My pal found like a thing, and he was like, mate, it's supercars. Go up fucking north of Scotland, you can do supercars. And I was like, mate, I'll fucking kill myself in a fucking supercar.
yeah. Do you know? I don't know how to describe this one. Do you know when you kind of like go up a bump and like down a hill, and your stomach kind of
And you
goes
get that wee
like that?
butterfly kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you like that feeling?
I mean, I wouldn't say I enjoy it, but I don't, I don't hate
I
it.
know. I'm just trying to think how to describe a plane. It basically is just really, really fast, and it just got you. You don't get that whoop feeling, but it's like a minimal version of that.
Mm.
It's honestly, it's basically like just being on the
I,
motorway. In all
I'm
honesty,
not,
it's not. It's
I'm not
fine.
worried about flying. The only thing
It's
I'm
just doing it.
getting to the airport and figuring out where the fuck I'm going. I can see myself getting lost in that, but then I'll just ask for help off some cunt. Like, it's not that big an issue.
Yeah, yeah. It's it. To be fair, I even get confused, and I've done it a lot. I think it's easier when if you're going on. I recommend short trips because you can just take a backpack and put it under your seat or
Hmm.
in the overheads, and all you need to do is you just walk up to the gates, and you scan your barcode, which is your ticket, and then you walk through to security. And then when you walk through to security, you obviously get searched,
Hmm.
and then you're through into the lounge, and then you just have to look for a gate, and then there'll be signs saying 1, 2, 3 this way. It's only when you've got like luggage that you have to put in the bottom of the plane, and you have to find your area when it can get a little bit
Hmm.
techie. But it's one of those things. There's signs, there's people. It's definitely.
I don't think
maybe
it's going to
worse in
be
a
as
foreign country.
yeah, but so I don't know exactly where I'm going to go yet. I'm kind of trying to figure it out. Like I said, London and Dublin would both be cool, but at the same time, I'm like, mate, I can go to fucking like Copenhagen for cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm struggling to.
I
I'm
wouldn't
trying to figure
recommend
out
Copenhagen. Copenhagen's just as expensive as London, I thought.
Krakow, Copenhagen, Budapest. Mate, I'm thinking like Germany, Poland. I think one of them.
Mm.
Because, mate, all the holiday deals are Spain, and I'm not built
What was
for the
it?
heat, mate. I'm built for the winter. I can't stand
Nice,
the
mate.
heat. So it's
I was
like
gonna say
Germany, Poland, something
Croatia.
similar to us.
Croatia's really good, and like they have a really good summer as well. But if you're not the best of heat, then you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, like Croatia's good. Yeah, some very good choices there. I would say you spoke about Assassin's Creed, right?
Mm.
Obviously, Valhalla is basically all of England, so you could maybe stretch to somewhere, a Viking village or ex-Viking village nearer to you as a drive. Like, what was it? Was it like Norwich that was one that was quite a big one? Or
I
you
don't
somewhere in
know.
Yorkshire maybe?
I know, mate. I've another. This is like a different video idea, but there's like I seen it on TikTok today, and there's like this medieval village that's like an hour and a half drive away from me, and I was like, that could be cool. See, like getting a PlayStation trophy in real life. Like, oh, there's a trophy in Skyrim for crafting your first dagger, so I'm gonna get that in real life. And you go to this fucking medieval village, craft a dagger, and then boom, fucking trophy popped. Something like that.
Sick. Yeah.
Um,
Also as well, the comment on Dublin, there's a lot of, I don't know how easy it's probably a bit longer for you, but like people that live up north, they normally just do day trips, whether they get a ferry or a plane. They get like a really early plane and then leave late at night.
mhm.
Obviously the accommodation is fucking expensive. Yeah, I'd say go abroad, mate. It'd be
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
million
thinking.
times
Go
a million
somewhere,
times better.
somewhere
See the
new.
world. Because that's what
But
you said.
it's
That's what you said in your video, didn't you? You said you wanna see more and travel. I think
because
just jump.
I've been to London at once, and that's it as far as traveling. Like growing up, we never had money to like go on holidays or anything like that. So
Yeah.
now I'm like, mate, I'm just gonna fuck it. And also, it's one of the ones where it's like your pals are like, hey, we'll all fucking organise a holiday. And then it's all right, guys, time to get it sorted. And it's like, oh, I can't my missus, and I need to get money sorted for this. So now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Just
Yeah.
ride solo,
Solo
mate.
solo solo trips are great. Or if any of your mates can go with them.
Aye, so, but I don't know, mate. I'm trying to keep an eye out, see what's good. Like I said, Poland, Germany, that kind of neck of the woods.
Just thinking of the game and the trophy as well. It's
Aye,
probably
just
the
trying to
the
work
next hardest
backwards
bit.
for that. I think
Yeah.
I started writing some down, but I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. Because mate, it's one of the ones where it's like the UK, you can do it anytime. Like I could, like, if I really wanted to do a video in London, I could go down for like a weekend. You know what I mean? And then come back up on the Monday and get it done. Whereas like somewhere abroad, I can't do in a weekend and get back in time. Or it wouldn't be worth it. You know what I mean?
Sure, I could sort something out for you, mate. Got a spare room if you want to come down this way.
Stayed in London for a bit,
Yeah.
but aye, mate, that's it. Hopefully the video starts to pick up, but I said if it doesn't, it doesn't. I need to also, I think, somehow find different challenges as well. Like
Oh, like you're
finding the
like
plushie for toy for Shug postcard. I
yeah.
think would be something to do in every one,
I like the post. Yeah, the postcard. I like that.
and then trying the food. So like trying the food in the postcard I would do every time, but like try and do something relevant to
Mate,
that
I
country as well. You know.
yeah, like I don't know if you go into Viking land, you just scull a beer in one of them horns, like Valhalla. Do you know what I mean? But mate, when you had that haggis, I was like, I don't think I could have done that. I think
Mate,
in
see when
my
I showed
head,
it to the camera and I was like, I don't really, mate, that's another thing. Look, I never drank in the whole time. I only drank once on the way back down the road, and it was a can of Red Bull. I was like, I'm either gonna spend like £100 to like sleep somewhere for the night, or I can be a fucking man and can a can of Red Bull and fucking get down the road. And I went with the Red Bull, but I hadn't ate at all that day either. So I think that kind of helped it because I hadn't ate
yeah,
anything.
but I was looking at it, I was thinking if I like I was almost feeling sick through my screen, but then when you showed it, I was like, oh, like that doesn't actually like I reckon the idea of it in my head was the problem, and it's like then you
Mm,
showed it, I was like, oh, it's just basically like a sausage roll and like extreme batter sort of thing.
yeah,
I
I don't
didn't
think it's
realize it was
always
battered.
get battered. I think you can get it in like a tube kind of thing and eat it that way.
Mm,
But nah, mate, I was just
yeah.
like, I don't know where the fuck I can. Like, I didn't want to buy haggis like at Tesco and then have to try and cook it, which might
Yeah.
have made it more
That
interesting actually. Me having to do like a fucking cooking section,
that would have been funny. Mate,
but
should we do an overcooked video where we have to actually cook food instead of get trophy?
mate, I've not even seen the trophies for it. We need to try and make like a 5-star meal or some shit,
Oh mate, that'd be class, wouldn't it? Get somebody
mate.
to rate our meals.
We should try that. But so I was just like, mate, on the way down the road, I was like, I know this chippy. Like, I searched it on Just Eat. I was like, I can get haggis, I know. So I went in. I was like, can I get fish supper, please? Because I fully expected to hate the haggis. I had
What
I
is
think I
fish
mentioned
suppers? Is it
just
just
like
fish
fish
and
and
chips?
chips. Aye,
All
just
right.
fish and chips. I was like, fish supper and a haggis, please, because I fully expected to hate the haggis. I had haggis once for like Burns night when I was like a wee kid in primary school, and I fucking hated it. Because, mate, I remember in primary school it was like dead spicy as well. There's like a wee
That's what
spicy
shocked me
aftertaste to
when
it.
you said spice. I was like, the fuck? Like, I thought it was just gonna taste like bland meat or something.
Aye, there was just like a weird spice to it. I don't like spicy food. No, not a big fan of it. But aye, that was,
The also, sorry mate. Also the Iron Brew. I didn't realize it was a like a Nessie special, and then he was like, "Oh, this tastes like shit," and I was like, "Wait," I was like, "A Scottish man never had Iron Brew." Then I saw the can, and I was like, "Oh, that's what." I'm like, oh, okay,
aye.
that's
They
pretty
only,
sick. Is it just in
they,
that area they've got that collab?
no, they released it like a month or two ago. So it's like Nessie Nectar and Unicorn Tears. It's like, because unicorn's a national animal of Scotland. So it's like they've done these
Is
two
it?
new flavours. Yeah.
That's sick.
So they've done these two new flavours, and I was like, you know what? Since mate, £2.50 that fucking can cost me. I get
Oh,
robbed. I didn't even
that
realise the
is
price till I get in the car. I was like, fuck.
VAR in progress. Red card. Red card, mate.
Mate, they
As
got
well,
me
when you
like a
was like,
tourist.
"I don't even like this," I was like, "That's even worse. That's just salt to the wound."
Yeah, I was like, oh man. Because, mate, it had like a pure weird watermelony peachy taste that I was like,
It
what
sounds
the
nice.
fuck is
Did
this?
it still taste like Iron Brew though, or did it just taste like
Nah, it
what?
just tasted fucking weird, mate. That's the only way to describe it. It wasn't nice.
I'm
But
gonna buy an Iron Brew tomorrow. You've inspired me.
get their original one, full sugar. Get that.
Oh, I don't know. Gotta watch the waste.
Mate,
They do
that's the
diet, don't they? I'm pretty sure.
I they do it
Right.
extra, but it
Yeah.
doesn't taste as good as the full fat one. Mate, I need to go to England at one point though. Get you a full English breakfast as well. That can be the meal. Because like fish and
What do
chips
you
would
get
be
in
boring.
What do you get in Scotland? A full Scottish breakfast, or is it
No,
called a
it's
full English?
just a breakfast, for a full breakfast kind of thing.
I assume they're probably the same. Like, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, come down to England to have a full English. That's
I think that'd be part of the video though. Is like the national food would be the full English breakfast.
I'd say that bangers and mash, isn't it? I'd say that's like what
You think?
or gammon and chips. Yeah, gammon egg and chips. That screams
Gammon, egg, and
English, man.
chips. Ugh.
Yeah, mate. Don't
Uh,
know. The thing is though,
England's
like English cuisine, unless it's like a roast, like it's actually really boring. Like we just have like other people's cultures, which is great because their food is so much nicer than ours, and it's just
mm,
been adapted for UK sort of like taste buds.
it says there's much dispute about which is truly the English national dish. Number one on the list for many years has been roast beef and Yorkshire puddings,
I mean,
which I'm
fair,
like,
yeah, you'd say a roast, but a roast of
yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
kind
guess if
of
you're an American, like, do Americans have roast dinners? I'm assuming they do, right? Or do they
they
not?
have like
Americans, let us know.
Thanksgiving. They have like the big roast. I think that's the only
Right.
time they
So,
do it though.
because like in the UK, like, I mean, we don't always do it, but like a lot of households have a Sunday roast, or
Mm,
maybe during the week if you're a bit lazy. But yeah, I mean, all it is though is potato, meat, and veg. So it's not like it's. I think we just call it that to be extra. To be honest with you,
yeah, I'm kind of
like,
struggling what English dish would be then. I don't even know. That's one thing I was going to ask you is what would the juice be? Tea, a cup of tea. But then that's
yeah,
fucking
tea,
boring
yeah,
because
no
it's like I've
tea,
had tea before. You know what I mean?
iced tea, maybe. I don't know.
Americanize it. Some
Yeah,
iced tea.
mate, what is an English drink?
Oh, is
I
there no
couldn't
something
tell
like
you.
starts with a B?
B.
Bandy Brook and something. Oh mate, it's some mad thing.
Bandy Brook.
It's something stupid,
You're
man.
naming a porn star.
England.
Bandy Brook.
National.
There's like you get cans of bar, like cream soda and stuff. I wouldn't say that's a UK thing.
I don't think that's English. That's Scottish, isn't it?
Is it
Bar.
Scottish? I mean, it wouldn't. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think.
It says tea is the national drink of England.
Yeah, I'd say tea because like fizzy drinks are very Americanized. Like we don't. I don't think England have a fizzy drink. Like the closest thing
Dandelion and burdock. Is it that? Dandelion? Yeah,
what is
dandelion
that?
and burdock.
What's that?
Just like a juice that's fucking nobody likes, I don't think. I think it's like old people like it. I can't even really remember what it is.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. That's definitely dying out with our generation. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Dandelion.
And burdock.
What's even burdock?
Not a clue. But yeah.
I'd say tea. I'd say tea. It's boring.
It
but
says tea is the national drink. So then
Yeah.
it's like
It
we're
may-
here in England to try the national dish, fucking Sunday roast with a cup of tea. It's
which you
kinda-
can literally have at home.
I've had like 100 times, so I'd need to fucking. I reckon I just go to London, find like some random Chinatown. You get like Jamaicans and shit down there. Try some good food.
Yeah,
Just let
get a
them
bit
be
of curried goat.
Aye, let
Nice,
them
some
represent you.
dumplings. Mate, Jamaican dumplings. Oh my word.
I've never even
Lovely.
heard that Jamaican dumplings. Mate, I
Yeah,
like
mate,
dumplings
it's-
though. Dumplings.
I
Are
don't like
class.
Mate, I don't like dumplings. I think they're like the most weirdest and disgusting thing ever. And then my mate was like, "Oh, I'll have a dumpling," and I was like, "Nah, it's like the weird fucking soggy thing that you get in stews." And he's like, "No, no, 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 no." It's like the best way to describe it is it's just like a nice bit of dough, and it's kind of got that like, do you know like a sugared donut? It's kind of like that in a way. It's like a sweet kind of dough bread thing. I'm butchering it, but very nice. I'd recommend it.
Well, I think we can move on for this topic because people might be getting
Yeah.
bored. But if you know
Maybe.
anywhere good to go on holiday that I can get cheap, ballpark, I'm like 500-600 hotel and flights, and then like 1,000 spending. That's kind of the money I've put aside for it.
Mate, that is so much money. You could go on like 2 trips or like a week long trip.
Mate, I've seen
I
cruises.
thought he was gonna.
I've seen cruises, and I was like, I think a cruise would be fucking boring.
Do you know what? Though I feel like a cruise could be quite lit 'cause you see quite a lot. Like my parents love going on cruises.
I think it's an older people thing.
Yeah, it
So,
is
no,
to be fair.
cruises.
But young people do it as well. Like a guy I went to school with, he loves doing a cruise with the missus.
The only people I know that do cruises are the cruises to Amsterdam, and it's like
Is that a thing?
there's like a mad cruise thing you can take to Amsterdam and then they go get stoned. That was another thing. Going back to the video, I don't know if I should have mentioned that. See, when I was editing it,
yeah,
I was like, don't know if I should have left this bit in or not. And also, I
No,
didn't
I
do
like
a
that.
good
It's-
job by
it's a bit-
explaining it.
There's a bit of lore talking about the fucking thing that you may or may not have seen as well. I was like, I love things like that. But like, did you?
Mate, because I was thinking, see how I was like the Citroen Picasso? I was like, I thought it was a UFO. Like,
Yeah.
I need to explain it more. I didn't do a good job by explaining it because it was on like a higher ground. And it's, the alarm was going off, so it's like the lights are flashing on it. And I just kind of turned around and I only seen like the front half of it, which you could mistake for half of a UFO. Like the fucking like
Valid.
hood going up to like the fucking
Yeah.
first door. I only just seen that and I went, oh, Tony. And then I seen the full thing and I was like, fuck. And he's like, what the fuck is it? And I was like, oh, I seen a UFO. And then we went to get firewood and then, mate, that's still kind of fucking. I don't believe in like ghosts or anything like that. But the fact that he was like the lassie in white and I was like, oh. I didn't even
I've got
mention the
chills.
lassie in white. I was like, oh. But aye.
Do you know any of the lore of the area? Like, is that like a common sighting, for instance? Let's
No, I
say.
don't think so.
'Cause that'd be interesting to like know if, because sometimes with like land, you get like residual energy or spirits, and it's like, I don't know if there's a building nearby or an old farm, like a lady in white could have died there from like the 1800s or something.
Nah, just the hotel there that's like mad expensive. It's like £500-600 a night, kind of thing.
Insanity.
Oh,
That's
fuck that.
that's all your budget for your holiday, man. Honestly, you're gonna get a fucking grand deal if that's your budget. Like I work on very tiny budgets whenever I do them, like 300, 400 max.
With flight
Oh,
and
you're good.
hotels.
Flight, hotel, yeah, and then spending money only comes to maybe about 100, maybe two.
Really,
Like
mate,
when
my
you're
pal in work, he does like a fuck ton of, like he goes on holidays like 3-4 times a year, but it's like his
Yeah.
family. And he was like, mate, you'll need like a grand spending money. And I was like,
Where? What?
okay.
If you go to America, fair enough. But like,
Nah, he goes Spain and Turkey. That's where he goes all the time. And I
uh,
was like, mate, I'll
it,
just take your word for it. So
yeah, I don't know how though, because like, if you're going Spain or Turkey, you're getting an all-inclusive
he
nine
always
times
does
out of
all
10.
inclusive with it because he sends me like videos of like the big fucking rows of like food and stuff like that you can go pick off of.
Yeah. So if you're being frugal with money, like you don't need to leave your hotel. And if you do, you'd only do it for one night where you spend 50 quid max. Obviously, it's cheaper. Like, I'd say the biggest cheat code when traveling abroad is if you don't mind having McDonald's or something like that, it's dirt cheap and it's easy to get 'cause you can just go to a machine and you look at a number. That's how you keep your costs down when
I feel
traveling.
like you need to try a McDonald's in another country. I feel what other
Oh,
people
yes,
have
got
said.
to see the menu. Got to see the menu.
Aye. So, mate, you're saying lower the spending money when I'm on holiday and raise the hotel and flight.
Maybe. I mean, I even think like your budget for the hotel and flight is like you're probably going to get a very nice hotel, and maybe it depends how long you're staying for as well. If you're staying
It's like
for like
four
five,
nights.
yeah, so maybe that does actually work out for flights and hotel, maybe 500, but it's still, I don't know. It's one of those ones like when I've done trips, I normally do 3 days max somewhere, but I mean it depends. But if those are your parameters, I feel like you'll be pleasantly surprised when there's change left over, should we say?
Yeah,
But it's one of them things. If you've put it aside, just fucking spend it, enjoy it.
yeah. We'll talk more offline.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
try and
Yes, sir.
I'll ask you for more help. But anyway, moving on, mate. There has been a bunch of events on in the last week or two. I'll actually try to find my
Been,
notes.
it's been crazy.
We had the
Like I
PlayStation State of Play, Summer Games Fest, and
Xbox Showcase.
I never seen the Xbox Showcase. That was on the Wednesday when I was out. Oh
I
man,
I didn't realize it was it meant to be E3 weekend this weekend or something. Is that why they all did something over this past? Obviously, the
no, I think they
podcast was
just
late.
done something for Summer Games Fest. I think
They
that
just worked
Jeff
around it.
Keighley was like Summer Games Fest, and then PlayStation and Xbox have been like cool will day stuff. In
Yeah,
PlayStation's case before it, and Xbox's after it. But
yeah.
I'll be honest, mate. I just kind of took notes as I was watching along, and I've not even went back and seen it. Romeo is a dead man, mate. Straight away, I was like, "Oh, Suda 51." I was like, "Hell yeah, that's the guy that done Lollipop Chainsaw," and it reminded me I need to go do Shadows of the Damned and Killer 7. I think it is. Killer is Dead. One of the two I bought on PS3 and I've still not even went back and played. But mate, he's fucking good. Thief. I was
Yeah, the
so
VR.
hyped. I was like, mate, a new Thief game? Fucking yes. And then it was VR and I was like, man. Same
Yeah,
with
you got a VR though. You got one. You're good.
it will not run on the fucking PSVR
Yeah,
1 though.
true.
I was like, oh man. And then even Deadpool. I'm not really a big fan of Deadpool. Like, I think it's overrated. I don't think it's that funny kind of thing. I think people suck it off way too much. But mate, the VR one, I was like, actually looks not bad. So now I need to buy like a VR2 or something to play these fucking games. Although I think the Deadpool one's Oculus only.
How was it?
I don't think it's coming to consoles. Um, Silent Hill F showed a bunch of gameplay.
I'm concerned about that. I'm not sold.
You know, get high hopes for it.
When I saw the first teaser trailer, I was like, "Oh, this generally looks scary." And then obviously they showed off a lot more of the gameplay, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I just there's a lot of question marks. I was like, oh, like there's just something just doesn't really feel right about it. Need to see more is my take. Like I wouldn't pre-order it, sort of seeing what I've seen now.
See, I don't know what it is. I think it's because I know so little about the culture. But Japan is like probably one of the scariest locations you could put a horror game for me. Let's see
Yeah.
that Siren game. I was like, oh man, I just feel uneasy about this. And I think it is because I just know fuck all about the culture. And look,
Have you played Siren?
I started playing it where before the platinum version. You know how there's like the OG
Yeah,
version
it's true.
that doesn't
Yeah,
have a platinum trophy, and then they like re-released it with a platinum. I played like maybe an hour or so of the one that doesn't have a platinum. Um,
just taking a
sort
note. I'm gonna pick the platinum version for us to play.
uh, Mate, I just remember getting stuck on that game as well. I was just like, I need a fucking guide here. And then I was like, I don't want to play through the game with a guide.
Yeah.
Sword of the Sea, that looked cool. I actually thought that was Journey when I seen it at first. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
I mean, it's the
Journey
same
2.
people, isn't it? Same
Yeah,
people. It did look cool, to be fair. I will give it to them.
but that's just, all my notes says is Journey meets SSX. That genuinely does actually look kind of cool to just fuck up. One of the ones you just switch your brain off and enjoy. You know what I mean? It's not super
Yeah.
action, it's just like a nice wee pace.
Mate, was you hyped for Neo 3?
No. Mate, I've not even got that written down that Neo 3 was there. I didn't even know
Yeah. It's on the PlayStation one.
that. Obviously, the OG Deus Ex, which we'll be playing.
Yep.
The Invisible Wars, I think it's called. Twisted Metal 3 and 4 coming to PlayStation Plus, so I'll need to get that platinum because I've got 1 and 2. And then Resident Evil 3 and 4. It's 3 and 4 I've got written down. Added to PS Plus, is that right? Is it the
No, I
OG
think it's 2 and 3.
Yeah,
It's
2 and 3. Mate, when I was reading that, it was like 3 and 4. I don't think that's right. Resident
Yeah,
Evil
not
2 and
4.
3 are
Yeah.
coming to PlayStation Plus, which I already own. I bought the PS3 version, so
Uh,
I didn't even get into that. And then, before we go on to James Bond, mate, the Marvel fighting game, what did you think of that? Fucking like Japanese shit, but it's like Captain America.
I thought it was cool, but I feel like it took up far too long of the showcase was my
Way too
issue
long.
with it. Like I was like, you can see there's a lot of love and it's like blended like 2 or 3 like they're really I think I don't know what game they worked on before because I'm not into the fighting scene, but I feel there's a track record and like it is being handled very well. Like it's
It's
probably
in
going to be
safe
up there
hands.
with yeah, it's in safe hands. Like you're probably going to see like a good competitive gaming scene with esports probably with that game. Fantastic, great for it. Like which is cool, but it was far too long off the showcase. I thought like, and then you've got like this. I think it was 8 minutes. I went back on the stream and I was like 8 minutes of you just talking
I
about the
was gonna
game
say,
being made.
I think it was
Like
the stream was
why?
50 minutes long, and that one section was like 10 minutes, and I was like,
Yeah,
a fifth of that was fucking for one game. Don't get me wrong,
yeah,
it's like kind of cool. Kevin Captain America, Umaye Shindaru, and then like saying shit,
yeah.
speaking in Jap. I thought it was kind of cool. I actually liked
It
that.
is. Yeah.
But
But it kind of this is the thing that really gets me with whenever PlayStation do a showcase or state or whatever they want to call it. I don't know at this point. Is like they they decide like you need to finish on something big, right? Like I'm obviously Xbox finished on Black Ops 7. I'm not going to say that's a big finish, but do you know what I mean? In comparison, like at least it's fucking something. And it's like I don't even think that's a PlayStation IP. Do you know what I mean? It's like
the
you
Marvel
you could
game,
have yeah, like
yeah, I
you
think
could
that's
have.
PlayStation's.
Oh, is it just? Oh, I mean,
That's
fair.
why
I'll
it's
eat
like
my words
Marvel's
then.
Spider Man, Marvel's Wolverine is
I'll eat my
PlayStation.
words.
Although saying
I,
that,
I
I might
was
be wrong. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is on Xbox as well, so I've
yeah.
room
I
for error.
but I think the point I'm trying to land is you could have done a bigger look at Ghosts of Yotai, or you
Mm-hmm.
could have given us maybe a little more on the new Naughty Dog game, or you could have maybe teased something that we've not seen. Like everything in that state of play we kind of already knew about. There was like a couple of surprises and new things that looked cool, but even then it
Mm-hmm.
was like even Silent Hill, like we knew that was happening. Like why like that should have
Metal
probably
Gear
been at
Solid, yet
Summer
again.
Game Fest. And yeah, Metal Gear, like again, great to see more of it, but like you've wasted valuable real estate on the same stuff, and that's what really annoys me with PlayStation and these events. I always go into it with a fresh set of copium in the sense of hoping that we're going to get something crazy like The Last of Us 3 or do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Just something
Bloodborne,
bizarre. Yeah.
which we're never
So
getting. But mate, James Bond, I'm buzzing to get some James Bond. I actually popped. See when it was like the driving mission, I was like, ah, the driving missions are back because that's like one of like the fucking fun bits of James Bond games is when you do like the wee driving missions. So mate, I'm
Amazon Studios are making it though, right? Or Amazon something, which is
Amazon's get the
interesting.
rights to the films,
Right. Oh, so
so
they're
that's what it is.
do Amazon not have like they've tried to make games before? Have they not Amazon? Like, are they not? I'm
I
assuming
think
they're
they've
going
made
to be involved.
some dumb games. I know they had like a streaming service that they tried to do,
Yeah.
which flopped. But no, it's getting made by the same people that do Hitman.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm fairly sure.
I I will be real with you. I know it was obviously a first look, and it does look cool, but it looked like not. I don't want to say not HD, but I don't know. It just looked kind of weird. Like it didn't look like a next gen game at points, if that makes any
Mm,
sense. So I need to see more. It's not coming out till 2026, and it's obviously an early teaser. But I saw it and I was like, I hope people don't get caught up in they've been starved from James Bond for so long they're just going to accept anything, if that makes
no,
sense. Like I hope it
I'm getting fully caught up in it, mate. I'm
yeah,
excited for it. I'm
Bond
trying to.
fever. Do you know what
Yes.
would have been cooler though? Sorry, is if they the whoever's done the mocap for that Bond, if they go, oh yeah, this is your new James Bond. I think that'd be the coolest
Uh,
shit ever. Do you
I
not
think he's
think?
just too generic white guy kind of looking.
Isn't that James Bond, a generic white guy that just blends in?
Nah, because
Like
he's kind
Secret
of that
Service.
suave kind of.
He looked suave in the trailers, did he not? Saw him with his
Nah,
top off, speaking
I
to the
just
ladies.
I just thought he looked too young. But then I
It's a
like
younger
that.
Bond.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like an
not
origin story,
007
isn't
yet.
it?
It is
Yeah.
literally said on it, earn the number. He's got earn the
Mm.
number. So I was like, all right, cool. But I double checked. It's the developer is IO Interactive, which is Hitman 3, Hitman World Assassin, or the Hitman games. So, and then it's getting published by IO as well. So it's
The
just like
Amazon thing that I
licensing
saw.
for Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
When I
Amazon are
saw the
making the
Amazon,
next movie. They've got the rights to the movies. So,
that'll be interesting. Hopefully it'll be good.
yeah. But that was the PlayStation State of Play. After that, we had the Summer Games Fest. Did you watch that? It was like the Friday night one at 10.
No, I didn't. I think I was out in London. I just didn't watch it. I saw Resident Evil 9, and that's the only thing I've seen. I know you mentioned to me off camera two games which I googled and they looked pretty interesting, but apart from that, and the thing is like I've not actually seen much besides Resident Evil 9. So was it
It was actually
lackluster?
good.
Or was it
Nah, I thought it was
okay?
a good amount of games. It's one of the ones where I literally just wrote down quick notes. And let's say I've been busy, so I've not even went back to a lot of it. But Mortal Shell 2, I thought that looked kind of cool, but I've not even played the first one. Chronicles Medieval is the game with Tom Hardy in it. You don't actually see his face, but they were like, game featuring Tom Hardy, and then it like went into the trailer. And mate, it
Do you
just
think he's just
looks.
doing voice, or do you think he's actually in it? Because that would be so cool if my boy Tom's in it.
I think he'll probably be in it. In fact, no, maybe he won't, because like the whole thing was like, this is my story. You go forge your story, and I was like, this seems very like Mountain Blade. If you've ever played any of them games,
So,
Mountain Blade is like it was on PC. They're both on PlayStation now, but it's like you literally create whatever fucking story you want. So it's like it starts off with you going into a town, and it's like you can pick your background. Like I'm from the north, I'm from here, whatever it is, and it's like mate, you can go anywhere and then it's like the first mission is like my brother get kidnapped by bandits or something. So then you can go do that and help him, or you can just fuck off and leave him, and then from then on there is no like story. It's just an open world for you to explore in. But the combat's kind of awkward. It's very dated. At least Mountain Blade Warband, the first one is. I don't know what two's like. But I think they're both on PS Plus if you want to give them a shot. But it's
yeah,
literally,
mate,
mate, just go do your own thing.
sounds interesting. To be fair, I can't believe I've never heard of that. It sounds really cool. To be
Yeah.
fair, I was gonna say, mate, do you think either it could be like that, or do you think maybe it'll be a cyberpunk situation where, like, Keanu Reeves is just like not a men? Do you know what I mean? Like maybe Tom Hardy's like a
Nah,
wise old man or some shit.
I think he could probably be like the king or something like that. Where it's like he's
Maybe.
like a big character. Because that's what Mountain Blade is. There's like, I think like maybe 4 different regions. And it's like you can go and become king. Or else you can like just swear loyalty to somebody and like protect them as your king and all that shit. Mate, it's just like an open world. But that's the vibes I got from Chronicles Medieval. And then I'm kind of skimming through it. We got a new game, Game of Thrones, which mate I was excited for because did you see the trailer for it?
Nope.
So the trailer for it has what's his name? The Night King. He kills Jon Snow, and then Jon Snow comes back as like is it a white or something like that they call it?
Oh,
He's a bad
yeah,
guy now, and then
yeah,
it's
the
like
bad.
him and that guy overlooking the army, and the dragon falls. So it's like the dragon's been killed and all that shit, and it's like rewrite the stories, and I was like, oh my, I was like, this is the Walking Dead Destinies, but it's like
Yeah,
Game of
yeah,
Thrones. I was like
yeah.
fucking sick, and then it was like real time strategy game, and I was like, fuck. Like
How can
I
you
like,
rewrite like with an RTS? I don't. I mean,
I guess it would just
let's
be
not.
who wins these battles, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's. I know what you mean. Walking Dead Destinies, but Game of Thrones would have been very cool, wouldn't
Would
it?
have been cool. So I'm trying to skim through it. Felt that I wrote, it looks so dumb. I really want to play it, and it's like a boxing game, but he's like a muppet, and it's like he's got to win. He's got to win these fights and gain enough money to save the orphanage place that he grew up in, or some shit. And I was like, this just looks so dumb. I really, really want to play it. I think it would be class.
It did
Um,
look. I saw the trailer. It did look just bizarre. Like I don't know how much money I'd pay for it, but
20
I'd
quid
like to try.
max.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Mafia Old Country, we get more of that. I think it was just like story stuff. Dying Light the Beast, that get a release date, August 22nd.
Yeah. I've
Cause
I've obviously I know about it, but I don't know about it. If that like I know it's happening. I thought it was like a piece of DLC or something, but it's like a full price game now, isn't it, or
I
something?
think so, but I seen some thing that the developers put up, and it was like if you bought the complete edition or the deluxe edition of Dying Light 2, or you bought the upgrade for it, you get the game for free. So I'm
Right.
guessing it must have been DLC that's now been made a standalone.
Yeah, which is interesting because it's what's it? It's the geezer from the first game, isn't it? But you've got zombie
He's been
powers.
getting like experimented on by some guy. There's
Yeah.
some guy that's like been capturing people and infecting them and experimenting them. So now he's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill that guy. That's what the
It should be good. I don't know enough about it because I've not actually because there's like a 30 minute like gameplay thing, isn't there? I've just not had the time to see it.
Mhm. uh, Hitman meets MindsEye. Agent 47 will be going to Red Rock City or whatever that shithole's called.
Mate, that was one of the things that these incels in the Discord were saying. They were like, "Oh yeah, but we're getting hit or Agent 47 to," and I was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like that's not saving your game. Like
Um,
what?
and obviously, IO Interactive makers of Hitman now doing James Bond. Mads Mikkelsen reprises his role from Casino Royale, I think it is.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yep.
and he's an elusive target that you can kill in Hitman 3. So, mate, I need to download that and get that played because you unlock some item that you can use on James Bond if you kill him. Which I was like, oh, that's kind of
Oh,
cool.
I like that. That's actually sick.
Um, Game called Ill in all caps. All I've wrote for this is look sick, volley babies, I'm sold. That's what I've got on it.
It
It's
did.
like
I watched the trailer. It looked creepy, to be fair.
yeah, mate, it looked creepy as shit. I was like, mate, see when he just like volleys that kid into like a stack of cans or something. I was like, what the fuck? Um, what else we got here? Oh, Blue Balled with Resident Evil because they done the thing where it
Yeah.
was like,
What? Yeah. Some people said they did like the biggest bait and switch, but obviously I just saw the trailer, so I don't know what they did. What did they do?
so it get leaked beforehand. It was like, oh, Resident Evil 9's getting announced at Summer Games Fest, and it's going to be third and third person and all that shit. Like, just everything get leaked. And then people, so instead of actually showing it, Resident Evil were like, we're really looking forward to the 30th anniversary, and we can't wait to show you more stuff when the time is right. And everybody was like, they fucking lied. It wasn't leaks. They didn't know anything. The fucking arseholes like they lied to us. And then obviously at the very end of the show, because I was trying to figure out what it would be, like because Jeff Keighley was like, "Oh, we're super renowned, like super honoured to be able to reveal this game," and I'm like, "Right, you're honoured to reveal it, so it's got to be for like it's got to be like a big horror franchise kind of thing," because we're getting that horror vibes the whole time. And then, mate, when you see that shot of the Raccoon Police Department building just absolutely fucked. I was like, oh my god, it is, it's Resident Evil 9.
Yeah,
I was pure
mate.
buzzing for it.
It's it's just gonna be good, isn't it? It's I can't wait to see what do you know what I mean? It's like what is happening there? Like like
I've no, apparently there was a bunch of stuff that people got to play it,
yeah,
but I've
yeah. I've
not
not seen
actually
anything.
seen stuff from it. I've not actually went deep into it. I know it's third and third person. You can switch between the two of them.
I think
So
that's good. I think that's
I
good.
think I don't know if it was people theorizing or if it's true, but it's like you play as two people. One is the lassie, and then the other one is Leon, and it's going to be like
Yeah.
his last game, is what people are thinking, and people are saying it's going to be the lassie is like next to no combat, so think more like Outlast kind of horror, and then Leon's your action and stuff like that. But I don't know how much that's true and how much it's just with people
Yeah.
theorizing. But mate, I'm
Could
looking
be
forward,
in.
and it's
Yeah.
it's coming out soon, like February, I think. Like it's not like a pure long wait.
Early next year. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? What's that like?
February
9 months?
27th. Yeah. So it's not
Okay.
like this game's coming out 2 years time, 3 years time. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. We've not jinxed it. But I was like, mate, that's fucking cool.
I hope though with that theory of unconfirmed of like playing as two different people. All my only worry with kind of like gameplay that doesn't have any combat is in Spider-Man when you play as like Mary Jane.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it
I think
would be,
it's
and
different for
I
a
don't
horror game though.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it would be, but it's like I just hope it doesn't feel as boring and as stale as that. But I don't think it would be, but I just had to throw in my 2 pence.
Yeah. Then there was so that's how the show ended. We was with Resident Evil. Splitgate 2. That guy was fucking embarrassing. I was just like fucking cringe as fuck.
Again, I woke up to Twitter the next morning and it's like make FPS games great again, and then they did a blunder. I was like, what?
Yeah, he goes on stage where he's make FPS games great again, and it's like, alright, this is kind of cringe. And then he goes on and he's like, Call of Duty's the same shit year after year. Halo isn't what it used to be. And Titanfall 3, we're all waiting for it. And I'm like, mate, just shut the fuck up. Like, you've got to try and drag down other games to like pump up your end. Like, just say, this is my game, look how fucking amazing it is. You don't need to try and put down games that are like infinitely fucking better than whatever you've put out. And then it's Splitgate 2, which is, I think it's already out, but it's like the Battle Royale version or something. They've announced like a Battle Royale to it, which, I mean, what FPS game doesn't
Never
have a
heard of
Battle
this game.
Royale? Mate, I only know it because my pal was like, oh, it was like a free to play game. This is like years ago. A free to play game. And he's like, mate, we should play it. And I was like, alright, cool. And then like 3 months later, the game was dead. And I'm like, so now Splitgate 2's it and you want me to trust you? That you're not just going to fucking drop it in like a few months' time or like a year's time? You know what I mean? And also, that was another thing I seen people shitting on him for. Was like, he was like, we don't do like the shit that COD does where it's like $70 cosmetic packs. But it is. They've got like cosmetic packs that are like fucking £80 and shit like that. And it's like, mate, just full of contradictions was the guy. And he just, one of the ones he just seems like a fucking wank. You're just like, you seem like a fucking dickhead.
Jerk off.
There was that, and then the only other thing was Stranger Than Heaven, which was like, I thought it was Yakuza at first, but it's set during like 1943 Japan. And it looked very fucking cool, mate. Because it's like 1940s, you think America. It's always like the mafia and America and all that shit. So, mate, seeing Japan just before it gets nuked, it'll be fucking sick. Seeing what that place is like.
Is it made by the same people that made Yakuza, or is it a different
I don't think so.
developer?
I think it's different because I thought it was Yakuza. And then it ended up not being. Stranger Than Heaven. New Project Century. It might
Sounds
be
like a new.
Yakuza because it's on the Yakuza
Oh,
wiki. Developer
fair enough.
Ryuga Gotaku Studio. Can you tell I've never fucking spoke Japanese words in my life?
To be fair, of my 100 days or so of Duolingo.
It says
Before I
the
gave
game is
up.
being developed and published by that fucking studio as a new standalone title separate from the Like a Dragon and Judgment series. So it's by the people that done them games.
So it sounds like I'll be in safe hands then.
Yeah, mate, it just like visually looked super fucking cool. And like I said, Japan in the 40s before they get their
Yeah.
shit packed in would be like a cool place to see.
Cool to see the culture.
Yeah. And then after that, I never watched the Xbox event. I genuinely didn't even know what it was. You sent me stuff, but I can't even pull it up because it'll mess up the webcam. Black Ops
Yeah,
7, which I think we said they wouldn't do. We never thought they would do Black Ops 7.
Yeah, to be fair, that they always do it at the end of May. They always do something, and I mean this showcase technically was the start of June, so it was actually it makes sense that COD would have been shown. I just feel like you normally get a bit of an inkling or you get a bit of a leak to kind of give you the heads up, and it's like while it surprised a lot of people, like it until
It
they
shouldn't
started showing
have.
off the yeah, like until they started showing off the gameplay, you never would have known that it was Call of Duty. What's that game that Xbox are remaking, the Perfect Dark or whatever that?
Yeah, Perfect Dark Zero.
I thought it was going to be that because it had like a butterfly. It was kind of like futuristic. I was like, oh, that's the game that they're remaking. Like we've not heard of anything about that in a while. It's obviously a big Xbox game. This is going to be their big huzzah. And then it, spans out, shows you some locations from sort of the older Call of Duty, like Black Ops 2 or something, the room in Black Ops 1 as well. And see a little bit of gameplay, bit concerned. It looked like there was some blackout kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's like blackout, but like the way that they were like diving out of a plane or something, whether it's a mission or like a DMZ mode or something, like it just gave me blackout vibes, and I was like, oof, I hope that's a campaign mission and we don't
Yeah.
get blackout too.
So they've
But
went
yeah,
back to the future then.
it seems so, yeah, which I'm not a fan of, and
Nah.
it I'm just also questioning Black Ops 6 straight to Black Ops 7. We normally either get Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward, so I'm like just intrigued to know how cooked is Black Ops 7 gonna like how ready is it gonna be? Is it gonna be a Modern Warfare 3 remake thingy where it's just like
Should have been
not even
DLC.
it should have been DLC. I mean, from what they showed with that trailer, it seems like there is a story, but do you know what I mean? It's like, how long have you actually been working on this, or was you working on this alongside Black Ops 6? So, but I mean, it could be good. Like, I enjoyed the Black Ops 6 campaign, but I wouldn't say that was the highlight of the showcase. To be honest with you, I'd say maybe Fallout 76.
I've got that wee spider on the wall. Fucking size him.
Is that a spider?
Yeah. Man, I
I
just
didn't
seen him at the
realize.
corner of my eye. I was like, Jesus.
Oh,
Anyway,
I didn't realize. I thought it was just where you had stuff hanging because you got like some stuff
because I've got
under
it
your
there where
TV.
my monitor used to be. I need
Yeah,
to paint that wall again because it's kind of fucked a wee bit.
interior. Oh,
Anyway,
mate, do you know what you could do? Do you know that like house renovator platinum? You could just fucking
house
paint your house
flipper.
for for a trophy. But yeah, Fallout 76. It added fishing DLC. Can you believe it?
Fallout 76, you can go fish.
You
That
can
seems
go
safe,
fish
doesn't it?
finally. But no, to be fair, like
Mate, it would turn
I
out like the fucking one for The Simpsons with the three eyes.
yeah. But like watching the Xbox showcase, I was like, this is everything that the PlayStation thing should have been. You got Indiana Jones DLC. You got more Elder Scrolls Online DLC. I know we don't really care about that, but I guess for Elder Scrolls players, it's good. I think my favorite was probably High on Life 2, getting a
They've done a
teaser.
sequel.
Yeah, and I was completely shocked by it because I saw it and I go, that looks like High or Squanch. Like I was like, that looks like the people that make High on Life, but they're probably not going to make a second one. I don't think. I see the spider's gone off.
I'm keeping an eye on him, mate. He's still
Keep an
moving.
And I saw it and I was like, no way. And I really, really, really loved High on the first one. I thought it was brilliant. Don't know how they're going to do a sequel, but I've said the first game needed a couple tweaks, sort of to. I'm not saying it would be a perfect game, but do you know what I mean? Just like in terms of a platinum journey and things like little
Yeah.
housekeeping things. I'm hoping as a sequel it does that, innovates a little bit. So quite excited for that. Final Fantasy VII coming to Xbox finally. That's huge. My homies over there can play that. Final Fantasy
Merlin will
16 Stealth.
enjoy that.
He will. He will. Final Fantasy 16 Stealth dropped as well, like as the showcase happened, which was pretty cool.
Is that a new Final Fantasy? What's Final Fantasy 16? Is that new? Is
It's
that the
most
medieval
recent.
one?
Yeah, the kind of medieval
Right.
one. It's been out on PlayStation for probably about a year or so, maybe two now. Probably coming up
Last
to
year,
2 years
I think
now.
it was your game of the year last year, was it not?
Final Fantasy VII was last year. It was the year before that, so probably 2 years, I'd say.
Was it?
No, well, we're getting old. We've been in this game for too long, mate. It was nice to see that. There was a new Plague Tale game announced as well. Pretty cool. What else? What else was relevant to me? This wasn't relevant to me, but Super Meat Boy 3D. I won't be touching that with a
I've
barge
seen
pole,
that.
but
The guy that made Super Meat Boy didn't even know anything about it. I just seen a TikTok of that.
oh really?
But it
Oh,
was like he get interviewed and they were like, "Oh, would you think about it?" And he was like, "I found it at the same time yours did." He's
Huh.
like the indie team He's like, they don't even like follow me on Twitter or anything like that. He's like, so, but he says he like looked into them and they seem like competent. They could he seemed PR trained, is what I'll
Right,
say.
yeah.
He seemed very PR trained for just a fucking video game developer. But he said all the right things. But if you've got the
Right.
guy that made the OG game not involved, it's I don't even know
Kinda
what
crazy.
they've changed. So is it like a third person kind of thing?
Yeah, it's just like 3D. It looks like just so hectic. Like I would never do Super Meat Boy 1, but this one just looked like that, but just 3D and on crack. Like it looked like,
Insane.
yeah, insane is the best way to
I
put it.
might
It looks
check it out.
interesting. Like YouTubers are gonna have a field day doing that one. There was I don't know what it will be like, but it was like a vampire game or something. It looked interesting.
Um,
Is it Blood of Dawnwalker? Maybe
oh, I
could
don't
be,
know.
or Beast of
They had
Reincarnation.
Blade. They revealed Blade like a few years ago.
Yeah, no.
Um, Vampire the Bloodlines, the Masquerade. He's back. Vampire Bloodline Masquerade's one of the fucking things. And Red Dawn or something. Remember the Arcane Studio vampire game that was like really shit on Xbox only?
Oh, Redfall.
Oh, Redfall. Yeah,
Yeah.
Redfall.
Yeah, no, this one kind of looked like it could have been like a Souls-like almost, but it was like it just looked interesting, but I wasn't overly sold by the gameplay at the same time. It just looked like I want to see more, which was interesting. You obviously got your Gears of War Reloaded for the PlayStation fans. I hear for Xbox people, I don't know why they would want to pay 40 quid, seeing as they've already got access to
Yeah, I seen.
like
They must have showed gameplay or something, but the colours look really washed out, and it doesn't look right for the clips I seen on Twitter.
yeah. You got Ninja Gaiden 4, which is always welcomed as well. Outer Worlds 2.
Ooh. I
I mean,
seen I seen a clip of that on TikTok, and it was so like in the first game they were really good at like giving you like buffs and like negative side effects kind of thing. And one of the side effects is so it's like you move super fast when you're crouched, but see every time you uncrouch, your knees crack, so it makes a noise. So it's like a guard's just standing there and he's like, "The fuck is that noise when you stand up?" They do like hundreds of like fun dummy shit. Like
uh,
I think it'll be class to play. I need to play the first one again.
yeah, it's one of the ones where I've never like played either of them, but it's like it could be fun sort of thing. I don't know if it would be for me, but it's
Did you
maybe
play
worth.
Fallout New Vegas? If
I
you enjoyed
did,
that, you'll like
but
it.
I I played it, but I was a young man, and I can't tell
Yeah,
you how far I get. Like I
too
played
young to
Free and New
appreciate that.
Vegas. Like it
Mm.
was one of those ones where I brought both of them at the same time and probably tried to play them both at the same time, and then just played a bit and then put them down. I think I may have like a trophy in either one of the games, and that's probably about as much for me to show.
Mate, get that 15-year platinum.
Don't think it'd be good enough. The thing about the Outworlds too, though, is the price point. It's quite expensive if you're buying it. Of course, on Game Pass it is free.
Mm.
There was an interesting game called Clockwork Revolution as well, and it it kind of gave me like BioShock Infinite vibes in that kind of like weird, quirky time period. And it, I just don't know about it. Like it it looks very interesting, but at the same time, it's like I don't know if it's like doing enough to entice me fully. But it again, one for the watch list, I'd say. Like I saw it, I was like, you could be something, but I'm not overly sold on you just yet.
Yeah, I see what you mean, like visual style.
Yeah, like it's I just can't put my finger on it. It's like it's just one to watch. Like I want to see more. I think I'll probably watch somebody else play it like for a video or stream, but I don't know if I'd play it myself kind of vibe. That's kind of
Oh,
what I take
it's the
away from
people
that.
that done Wasteland.
Don't know what that is.
So like, you know how much do you know about Fallout? Like, know how
Basic.
you
I
had
mean,
like Fallout 1, 2, Brotherhood, and then Bethesda bought it, and they done 3 onwards, and they
yeah,
changed the style.
yeah,
You know how the
yeah,
old style was, that kind of from that
yeah.
new
It was like,
camera angle perspective.
yeah.
This is the people that made the OG Fallout games,
Oh wow. Okay,
because they
they've
then
come
went on to
quite far.
make Wasteland, which was like spiritual successor to like the OG Fallouts. So they've done the Wasteland trilogy, which is all on Xbox, and then now they're changing it up and trying something different.
Seems like they're quite competent people then. So it probably would be a banger then if you know. But,
They don't do
yeah.
first-person shooters though. They do
Yeah. Can't be that. Can't be
top-down
that. Can't
RPG
be
kind
that
of shit.
hard though, can it? Can it be that hard to make a game?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. A couple of anime games got announced as well, which is pretty cool. We got Invincible Versus, which is
I get fuck
taking you
about
off.
anime games.
I mean, Invincible's like
The
it's
comic?
yeah, like the comic Invincible. If you, it's on Amazon Prime. You seen that?
No, I've never seen it.
It's one of
I've
those
just
ones
seen
where
the
it's like,
memes where it's like
yeah,
how to try and mimic
but
our power or some shit.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because the Marvel fighting game got announced like a few days before, and then you saw like the Invincible trailer, and you're like, oh, is this going to be like an open world Invincible game? Like open, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like, oh,
Mm.
that could be fun. And it was like, oh yeah, 3-person tag fighter game, and I was like, oh,
Oh
okay,
no.
like you've lost me here. Like it could have been really cool just flying about the city. And I did say when I saw that, I was like, the boys, give me an open world game, make your own super
Mm.
person and just fly about, have fun with that. And then the last anime one that I was interested in was Solo Leveling, a fantastic anime that came out sort of the latest season this year, like really really good, like peak anime, and it's got a game. And then I was looking at it, and then it's like flashed up on the screen like co-op, and I was like, you kind of lost. Like, it's not. I don't think it's exclusively co-op, but it's like people can obviously join in, and I was like, oh, I'm not too sure about this one. Like, you've got something. It looks kind of cool, but it's like I don't know if you've taken the game in the right direction. But
Mm-hmm.
might need
Maybe
to see
better to
more. But
just stay single.
yeah, because I look at the Demon Slayer Chronicle games, and I think that's like up there with like one of my favorite anime adaptations into a game where you've got like your story, a little bit of free roam, a couple collectibles. You've still got like your side scroller fighting, like traditional fight. I don't know what fighting game people call it, but do you know what I mean? It's got like a bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hoping maybe it would have done something like that, or yeah, I don't know. Need to see more. But I'm conscious that I'm speaking on Xbox topics, and I'm not probably the best person to speak on it. I will say it was more of a showcase. Besides everything being a world exclusive or world
They
premiere, as
love
they
that
call it,
tag.
world premiere, and it all coming to PlayStation 5, which is fantastic.
Love
I
to
feel
see
like
it.
if you're, we love to see it, but I feel like if you're generally like an Xbox fan, there actually wasn't really anything for you on that showcase. Like you've got Gears, like probably don't care about the Outer Worlds because you've seen a lot of it, just like we've seen Metal Gear and
Mm.
all of that stuff. COD, nobody really cares about. It's like Fable could have maybe done something there. That Perfect Dark game, maybe something there. Maybe a new game. Maybe revive Halo. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like I feel like if you're a Xbox, like you know, proper hardcore fan, like, you could maybe come away from that showcase a little bit disappointed. But for everyone else, it was fantastic. We loved it. So,
Yeah.
or maybe Xbox people enjoyed it as well because their great games are coming to other platforms as well.
And then after, is that everything on Xbox?
It is. I have missed out a couple of games that I don't really know. I just spoke about the ones that look cool.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
sorry if I've missed some of your games out. You have to let us know.
Win some, you lose some. Still Wakes the Deep. You sent me the text on it. I never even got to watch the full trailer. But mate, Still Wakes the Deep is getting DLC. That get announced.
I kind of like high speed scrubbed through it because I was like, I don't want to see a spoiler because I still want
Mm-hmm.
to play. I don't think it would have spoiled it, but I was like, from the quick things I saw, it looked cool.
Yeah,
But I
it's one
think
of
the
the ones
base
I
game
just.
looks cool as well.
Yeah, it was also a pain for me because I never actually bought the game. I rented it. So to play the DLC, I'm going to need to buy the game again. I'm like, ugh.
It's on
But
sale, I think,
is it?
or it was. Not by
Mm,
much. I think it was on Amazon. It was like down to 19 or something.
I might do what you do and like, buy it and then send it back to Amazon. Just do
I
one
don't
of them.
do that. What do you mean? That's another YouTuber.
Need to do that wee trick. But Still Wakes the Deep, my game of the year for last year is getting DLC, so I said I don't think it needs it, but I feel like I'm obligated to check it out, see what it's like.
I think it's worth supporting the devs. If you enjoyed the game itself so much, like I get what you mean. Sometimes games don't need DLC, but maybe see how it reviews and then pick it up, and it could be really good. I'd assume it'd be good if they made a good first one.
Yeah, and then the only other bit of news that I've seen, Silent Hill 1 is getting a remake done by Blooper Team, which I still need to go back and do Silent Hill 2. I feel like that's something I say every single fucking episode. But mate, Blooper Team knocked it at the park.
They did.
Silent Hill
I'm
2.
proud of them.
And it feels like they probably can't fuck up Silent Hill 1. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't think they gave you a year. I think it was literally just we are in development for it.
Yeah. Mate, I said to you when you sent it to me, I was like, it sounded like Narcos, whatever the. It
Mate, I'm
was
not
like
even
kind of a horror.
watched
Did you not hear it?
Narcos. No.
Like it was just like a guitar, like kind of like I don't know, like it just sounded like Narcos music, like the intro, and then like it kind of got scarier as you went, and I was like, oh yeah, it's less Narcos, but I was like, is this? Oh, Silent Hill, that's cool.
Mate, I need to watch that just to do a video on the game, the Narcos game.
I think I watched like a season of it, and I don't know why I stopped. I didn't like it was still being released, and I just stopped. But I didn't. Pedro Pascal's in that, isn't he? That was one of his
Well, I'm
first.
sold. I'm sold.
Sold. You get
We love our
you
boy.
got me. Yeah, I mean, fair play to Blooper. Is it Blooper or Bloomer?
Yeah, Blooper Team.
Blooper team. Like obviously there were question marks when they were releasing Silent Hill 2 remake because of their track history of some of the other games they've made.
Yeah,
But
Layers of Fear and shit like that.
smashed it out of the park. Like I've not played the original, but I thoroughly enjoyed the remake, and they're doing one, and I'm assuming they'll probably do 3 as well, and maybe stop there. I don't really know too much about Silent Hill and if any other games need remaking, but
Yeah,
1 and 3 seem logical.
Yeah, 1, 3, 4, I think. And then
Oh, there's
after
a 4.
4 is, yeah. Silent Hill 4's might be good. It's the one where it's Silent Hill 4 The Room, where it's like you're in the guy's room and he's stuck in it, and then there's like a big massive hole in his bathroom.
Is that? Oh, I didn't know that was that. I thought that was 3. Oh wait, no, it's 3 the one with the girl.
3's the
woman.
girl. I don't know
yeah,
anything about 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because 1 and 3 are linked, I think, aren't they? In some way, like the characters, there's like a crossover potentially, whereas like 2's just a standalone.
I don't know. I've not played 3 at all.
I don't know the ins and outs of it.
But I think that's pretty much everything that we've wanted to
I
cover.
think
We
I think so.
started this episode early,
early, and
so
we've
you could
finished.
get some beauty sleep for tomorrow. And we've went longer than usual. It's about 3.5 hours right now.
Huge. I have some things to say as well.
We're not finished yet.
I'm not fucking leaving. No, do you know like the new video I dropped on my channel? I was attacked by bots on the video.
I was gonna bring this up in private. Was there bots on the stream? Because there was one where it was like a lassie with like a full name was like, found you, that would be easy, or some shit, and I was like, that's fucking weird. It's just like a lassie's full name. And then like 10-15 seconds later, it was like a guy with like a full name, and he commented something pure weird, and I was like, is there bots in the
Oh no,
in the live
I
stream,
don't
the
know.
MindsEye
I
live
don't know.
stream?
Yeah, no, I don't know the guy, but I know the girl.
Oh, it's like somebody you know in real life.
Yeah, that was a real person. Can't speak about the other one.
Have
But
you
yeah,
turned- Also, real quick, this chat doesn't appear on your stream anymore. Was there like a reason for that?
it should do. I do try to click it. Like I click the button that says live chat replay and I save it. So maybe it doesn't save it all the time. But
No, like on screen. Know how it's like you get the wee
Oh,
you usually
on
show
the
like
actual-
the chat bar on your stream.
yeah, I took it off.
Just took it off.
Yeah, I feel like it looked a bit shit when I was like making videos. I was like, oh, it's just like a grey box. Like, do you know how Twitch works, where it's just like it disappears?
I'll
Like, it
help
looks
you
like-
with the disappearing because it's a pain to get it. It's super easy for Twitch, but YouTube it's a pain.
Okay, yeah, because I think I tried it in the past and I tried to go through stream. It didn't work for me, so I was just like,
Yeah.
I had to paste in the browser source, and that's why it looks so shit. But if you can get a disappearing one, I'm down to clown with that.
I know it works on
but-
Windows. At Mac, I don't know. That's
I
all
think it's
know.
Mac, I think that's why I ended up doing this shit workaround that I looked like that, and I was like, I'm just gonna not do it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, my MindsEye video, right? I gained like, what was I was on like 1,775 subs, and I went up to 1,797. So I almost broke 1,800, right, on the road to 2K. And I was like, is this what it's like to get a viral video on YouTube? Because I was getting loads of comments, and I was getting like my sub counter just go up. I was like, oh, like wow, this. I feel like a big dog here with those 20
It's
subs.
going well.
And I was just like, nah, this is actually just like it's just fake, isn't it? And like all of the comments were W video, W video, W video, W video, W video. I was checking the accounts. Some of them were made 2 years ago. Other accounts made today or made an hour ago. And I was
Yeah.
like, for fuck's sake, man, because they're not watching it. They're just subscribing, fucking commenting, clicking on the video, ruining the average view duration. And I'm thinking, is somebody being paid from Build a Rocket Boy to come in and stop that video from performing?
I wonder if it's because of the giveaway at the end. If somebody's went, oh, this guy's giving away MindsEye, just go comment on the video. That's all you need to do, and you can win a code.
Do you think?
I think that might be what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I really plugged it too much though. That was the thing. It was very much like a passive comment.
It's not even like it'll be like somebody will just post it in like a group chat or like post it on like a subreddit and be like, you can win a code if all you need to do is comment on this video.
Yeah.
It might be one of them, and it's just hundreds of bots commenting on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a shame that I lost those 20 subs, but I don't want fake bots. I want real people. You know?
Also, it would have fucked up your average view duration.
That's what I mean. Because I was like, oh yeah, this is shooting up. This is great, and it's like, well, actually, it's not because it's just fucked that up. So it's probably not going to push the video now to people, which is.
I was going to say, mate. Also, I got my first Ren comment.
Did you?
That was my first ever Ren comment on the video.
I didn't realize it was your first.
It's me, mate. I've made it.
Shout out to Rennie, however we say it.
Ren Riveria, whatever it is.
Because I saw the comment, and then I think I saw John Callum reply to it, and I replied to John Callum. I was like, and I think John replied, and I've clicked on the video as John's replied, and it said 1 second ago, and then Ren also commented like 10 seconds or however many whatever ago, and I'm like, hang on a minute, does John think I'm him? I was like, let me delay my response ever so quickly. But what was it, like, never heard of this game or something?
No, it was just hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
And then was like hell yeah, and then John Callum was like, never heard of this game.
Yeah. He commented on my MindsEye video. He was like, "Oh, this game looks nice" or something. I was like, "Did you watch the video?"
Yeah, because he commented on the video whilst you were doing the premiere thing. Because I've seen it didn't know.
Yeah,
this game looks amazing.
Yeah, I was like, "Did you watch?" And he's like, "Yeah."
I don't think you've taken the video.
Yeah. Oh, it's 40 minutes. It like the start of it may have looked good, right?
Yeah, probably.
Talking about Bonnie Blue summoning her.
Oh mate, Bonnie Blue's been getting too many mentions. We need to.
Mate, I'm speaking her into existence. Future wifey. This is it. This is the
I'm going to get putting a ring on it. Fucking hell.
Why not, man? Why not? I would be set for life. I don't care.
Oh, fuck that.
I could learn a thing or two.
Mate, she could probably teach you a few things, but.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I was... Well, I'm a hairless man, so I can't get full straight off.
Not an issue.
Yeah. But have you got any closing comments? I've got one last closing comment. Announcement, I should say.
I'm gonna try and get I feel like for the last 3 episodes I've been like the present sim video. I genuinely made good progress on it, so that'll be it. I'm trying to get it out this month, whether I do or not, I don't know. But it'll be soon. Just wait. And it is.
To be fair, I can't wait. I wonder what I'm going to be in for. I don't want to know. I want it all to be a surprise.
It was in 2, but there was only 2 people that were in for really bad stuff, and it's in the video.
I hope they take that in good faith and not get.
For what I've heard about one of the people, they will get upset. So we'll leave it at that.
Well, I mean, you turned around your vlog. I'm going to call it a vlog video. You turned around that 200 miles, getting your trophy pretty quickly. So I'm hoping you put.
That's just super easy to do though, because it's literally just mate, vlogging videos are fucking so easy. You could pump it up.
Hey, I've got a members only video, and you're right. I didn't actually realize because I just recorded the clips, and it's like I didn't fuck up. They're all one take. It's like paste. I'm like, fair. Maybe I should do more.
Even when I did fuck up, when I choked on mine spit, I was like, fuck it, it's staying in.
If you didn't say that, it wouldn't have been that. It's because you drew attention to yourself. Even then, though, it didn't really like it still flowed, if that makes sense.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm fucking running with it. Choked on mine spit and something else happened. I kind of mind. It's on the video anyway. But I've read that.
It killed me just driving around fucking houses trying to alert for Wi-Fi.
I'm literally, I was like, because I started walking up down the street and I was like, nah, I need to include this bit in the video so then I'm not bullshitting. Man, I'm literally just walking the dog up the street like that with my phone, looking at the Wi-Fi connection. I was like, right, blue house, they don't have a password in about here. But also, mate, the Wi-Fi is so much stronger on my phone than it is on the Portal, I think. And also, mate, that's one thing I never seen on reviews of the PlayStation Portal. The thumbsticks are fucking tiny. They're not the same size as a DualShock 4, which I thought they were.
Are they not? I've not noticed.
They're smaller.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised you never you can feel the difference between it.
No, I feel like I've got quite tiny hands, so
Nah.
maybe it feels in proportion.
But I can't mind what the fuck I was saying. But mate, the vlog videos are super easy. You can turn them around quick, whereas like Prison Sims, like 30 hours of footage and trying to like condense it down and get the relevant shit. But what you got cooking?
I'm tempted to maybe get a MindsEye Platinum video out. Maybe it could do well. Sort of title it.
I don't think anybody else has done it yet.
Yeah, not worst or bad Platinum, but I'm kind of taking a bit of a break just because I'm sort of not going to be at my computer. Just taking a bit of a relax thing. So
I platinumed the worst game of 2025.
Yeah, so I think a couple of other YouTubers may beat me to the mark, but maybe I'll follow up in a bit. But who knows? It's either that or something will come to me. I'll just go with the flow. Got my video out for the month, so I'm all good. All good. But yeah, before we close off, a little announcement. Episode 20. Watch this space. We got a little special guest coming on. So let us know who you might think it could be down in the comments below. Super excited to.
We're extending a hand.
We are
out to the bad guys.
The bad guys.
Aye. We're extending our hand out to them. So
who would have thought we would have brought a Nintendo person on after the Switch dude?
You didn't tell me it was a Nintendo.
Right, yeah, that's me signing off. I'm all good, mate.
Alright. So it has got to be the longest episode we've ever done. I think the Bomb Chop one was 3 hours, but I don't think it went on this long. And mate, sometimes we've just got a lot of shit to talk about. Both done videos.
It's good.
Go
it's
check
good
them
for
out.
People grinding as well to have it on in the background. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, and enjoy the clips as well. And on that note, we will see you motherfuckers in the next one. Much love.
Peace.